Jay.
And we are live. It is Monday, December 17th, 2018. It's your friendly neighborhood hippie Ben here. And we've got moderator to the stars, Terry of Terry's GG&G. And we have in the cigar lounge.
Thank you.
Doing a nice piece of tobacco there. We got the guitar hack. How you doing, fella?
Doing all right. How's everybody doing?
Doing great. Doing great.
Just trying to set up.
Let's answer a work email really quick. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, I don't have the chat coming up at all because I'm on my phone and I'm in the lounge. So I'm counting on you guys to.
Well, let's. I'll welcome who has showed up or has been waiting.
I don't know who's here.
All right, so welcome to. If I botch these, I'm sorry. I'm not as talented as Ben. Riley, Acura, my bud, of course, Lance Moss.
Hey, Lance.
Barrera, Jesse Wells, Ben's sister, Amanda Coombs.
Hey, sis.
Metal Stage O.
Zinner.
Everybody.
Jeff Ripplinger.
Wow.
Brad Miller.
What's up,
Doc?
Doc?
Hey, Doc?
Henrik Viking.
Henrik Viking. Dennis Burrow. Steve Mandranke. Hello.
Awesome. Awesome. Welcome one. Welcome all.
Welcome, everybody. I can't see it.
Riley says, holy crap, someone said my name right. And we were debating that before we went live, Riley. Hey, very nice, very nice. So yeah, as the title of the video said, it's just a free-for-all, just hanging out, you know, daytime hangout, having fun. I may not do, I know I won't be doing one next week on Monday as it's Christmas Eve and I'll be busy doing Christmas Eve stuff. So here we are. Let's see, Denny Allen says, I'm live and not in person. Fair enough.
Live from Canada.
What's the cigar of the day?
Pardon me?
What's the cigar of the day?
Okay, so this is a La Aurora Cameroon. And this is a Toro size, so this is a 52 roughly by about 6.5.
Jeez.
And
that's what she said.
Beautiful. Hey, easy. Beautiful cigar. Beautiful cigar. Yeah, this is a good 2-hour smoke right here.
Wow.
Nice.
It's funny, actually, seeing the big cigars like that. It kind of reminds me of that Brooklyn-based rap group from the in the same era as the Beastie Boys. Oh, what was it now? They were called Brooklyn Bass or something like that.
Okay.
And that was what their one member, he had the short kind of mafia kind of old 60s or old like 20s era mafia style haircut, and he had the big ass cigar. That was kind of his gimmick. Yes, that's right. Some Dave dude. Third base. Thank you very much.
Third base. Yeah.
Matthew Stewart. Hey, buddy. Brad Miller said Hack's got that gangster look going on. I was just thinking you're bundled up because
no, it's the trying to keep warm in the lounge look. I got my propane heater about 3 feet away, so that's will kick in soon enough. But for now, I gotta have a coat on.
Yeah, I saw it was snowing a little bit when I was outside earlier before going live. So just a few flakes in the air, just enough that you're like, did I see snow? You know, you have to stand there for a moment. You're like, okay, yeah.
Up in my part of Canada, there is a little bit of snow on the ground, but it's not falling. We had like the little snowball type of pellet type things there too a little bit last night.
Hey Simon, do you want to jump in? I haven't talked to Simon Williams in a while. See if he wants to jump in. And we got the Guitar Pit in the house.
Hey, Guitar Pit.
David Ennis. Good to see you.
Hey, hello, David.
So is everyone expecting Guitar Pit to go, "You're gonna like your beaver tail or else"?
So today's my my first official day of holidays for Christmas,
Yep.
and I made the mistake of going to Cosmo today.
Uh-oh.
I'm looking at all the stuff that I can't have. Actually, I'm gonna post. I'm gonna put a little video together. It's all the stuff that I can't have for Christmas, basically.
Nice.
But
Yeah.
oh my God, you know what? I'll tell you. I'm sure. At least in the GTA, that's the most well-stocked store going.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You think
Everything
even
is in
compared
it.
to LA Music?
Oh, dude.
Well, here's the
We're on
difference.
par with Sweetwater.
Yeah.
Funny you mentioned that. I've been to LA Music. I was there actually last week because I mentioned I needed to buy an ISO brick real quick. Anyways, but problem with LA Music is store's not nearly as big, number one. And number two, most of what they have is in boxes to be shipped out. So it's not like it's out there for you to look at and try.
Yeah,
So
that might be true.
no, it is true. Like it's just I've been there multiple times, and so they'll have the odd thing on the wall, and they'll have like a little area in the back, the do not touch area kind of thing. But the thing is with Cosmo, it's a much larger area, and you can grab like I was grabbing $5,000-6,000 instruments today. I played for the first time, not one but two Friedman guitars today.
Nice.
They have
What'd you think?
Friedman at Cosmo.
Wow.
Yeah. What'd you think?
Yeah. Amazing stuff, man. I played some
Aren't they?
Friedmans. Sorry, go ahead.
I said, aren't they amazing? Like,
You know, they're sick. They're on a different level, man. Like, they're on a different level. Like, I wasn't, feel-wise for me, it wasn't my guitar, but man, sound-wise, they sounded absolutely phenomenal. And they had two of them there. They had like a telly with humbuckers, and then they had this. I don't know how I'd even describe it. I guess it was a single cut with two humbuckers, but it wouldn't even really look like a Paul. It was kind of weird looking. But anyways, but man, they sounded amazing. And then they had Sewers, of course, which I played a few of them. And first time ever, I saw. You guys know who Vernon Reid is, right?
Yep.
oh, of course.
Okay,
living
Vernon
color.
Reid. You know that he has a signature model PRS Vela.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That was the best neck I grabbed today. It had a bit of a V to it, and I'm not a fan of a V neck normally, but this
Right.
thing, it's like they took, it's like they literally took an imprint of my hand and made that neck. It was absolutely perfect. Right? Best neck I played today, and of course they still had my Meteor, which, still hanging there.
Of
It's
course.
calling for me. But I saw they had a second Meteor there. They had two of them though. They had another one. Anyways, I got it all. I filmed everything, and hopefully I'll be able to throw something up tonight or tomorrow.
Hey, we got Old Guy's Guitar Vlog in the house. We got Old Man Dan in the house. Rick Romanelli's in the house. Jeez. 34
Rick.
people watching at 3:10 p.m. Eastern. Nice.
That's awesome. Yeah, as we were mentioning before the chat, Rick yesterday. That was a fantastic chat, buddy. I really enjoyed that.
I caught the replay this morning, Rick. That was awesome stuff.
Rick is a dude, man. If you haven't subbed to Rick, please sub to Rick.
Hey, Mitch Heyman. Yeah. Great stuff. Filled in a lot of insight for me because I remember I was discussing him the other night on here, and you were filling me in, Hack. I was like, I assume the guy plays in a band, and you're like, oh yeah. And I was like, okay, I figured as much.
Yeah. What I didn't know was that he actually had a degree in music. That I didn't know.
No, I didn't know that either. Hey, Pete Hickson, the 6:40 a.m. where he is. Cool video. Pete did a video on his music room. It was really cool. Nice little setup he's got there. Casper Boo. And Henrik Viking says it's 9 p.m. in Sweden. Perfect time for stream. Sean Zimmerman's in the house. Awesome. Thumbs up, folks. If you don't mind, it doesn't cost you anything to give a thumbs up.
Yeah.
And I did send the link to Simon, so we may be going international here, folks. Okay, I will. Will asks, Guitar Hack, do you ever dip your cigars in brandy?
Okay, that is a crime against humanity. No, that's something that I don't do. If you've got a good cigar, putting it in brandy is not going to accent it in any way. It's actually, you're doing a disservice to the cigar. That's just my opinion.
Is my sound coming through?
Yeah, I can hear you, Terry.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
I wasn't sure because I was talking and it was like, seemed like you were talking over me, and I'm like, I didn't know if it was coming through or whatnot.
Thrash Metal and Fun Riffs joins us, and he says, can I have free stuff? Sure. Everything's free if nobody's looking. You can get it once anyways.
I was going to mention, when you mentioned about Vernon Reid, I actually was watching Cult of Personality videos 2 nights ago, or 2 days ago, somewhere around that. And sure enough, one was a performance from 2015, and he was up on stage playing that Paul Reed Smith. And I was like, wow. and then funny you mentioned you actually tried one out.
Yeah, it had on
we
the
have a caller, folks. So you're calling in on audio?
That's funny.
I was going to say, you should be able to just click the link. Oh. Are you on your laptop, mobile device?
I was wondering what the heck he was doing. But,
okay.
Yeah,
that should work. I can try a direct invite as well in Hangouts.
Yeah, direct invite's the best way to go.
All right, what's your email address? Give me a sec here.
Right. The what do you call it? The pick guard. There's like some.
You got it.
I don't know.
I will send it.
Some kind of graphic thing. It looked kind of weird, but that would put me off the guitar if they just put like a plain. Actually, what I really like, because the guitar is black, what I really like against the black is the like a tortoiseshell, kind of like a brown tortoiseshell. I think that looks sharp.
Yeah.
So the look of it is not, but man, I'm telling you, it's the craziest thing. So I'm playing a regular Vela that was like $1,800, and then I grabbed that one, and of course that one was about $3,000. But as soon as I held it, I felt it.
Yeah.
Hey, there he is.
There he is.
Technology can't defeat me.
And we got
How you doing? How you doing?
Guitars in the chat, and we've got the Simon Williams, fresh off his tour, his mini tour.
Yeah, how was that gig, Simon?
In a world where 2 gigs is a tour, frankly, that's frankly cheating on every level imaginable, isn't it? It was. They were really good. Both gigs were really good. Really good fun.
That's
really
awesome.
enjoyed it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Came home with £150. Get in.
Nice.
Pay for gas and a sandwich.
Will, Casper, and Rick Hefner all say hi to Simon, as well as Mitch.
Hi guys, how you doing? Hope you're good. I'll get this up.
Brian Fingerless Guitar in the house.
Hey, yeah. Brian.
Good to see Brian. I still have to watch your hangout with Brian. I'm still playing catch up, and I still got to watch Johnny's late show as well, which was rather spur of the moment, apparently.
Yeah, Brian. That was a great discussion as well. Brian wants to come back. I'll probably have both Brian and Rick back next year. They both wanted to come back, and we just scratched the surface. So,
well, you're good at doing that, Pepper. You're good at leaving the audience wanting that little bit more.
Yeah.
An hour is never enough, is it? Not quite.
No.
Yeah, tell me about it. Look at last night. Jeez.
3 hours. Good work, that is.
Yeah.
I was watching some of
that
that
I think that I was saying to Terry, I think that was my shortest hangout ever with Michael Smith.
The captain.
How long did you guys go?
3 hours.
We went 3 hours. The longest we did was just under 6 hours once.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but Pepper, we started the 6-hour hangout at 10 p.m.
Oh man, that's crazy. See, I run out of gas after about an hour and a bit. I don't know how the hell you can go longer than that.
Alcohol and good conversation.
Yeah.
And endless nonsense to talk about. Completely, yes.
Riley asks, he says, can you ask Ben? But I'm thinking he says, can you ask Simon, whereabouts is he in the UK?
I am just south of Bristol, in the west of the UK, if that means anything to you.
Awesome.
Is he based in,
we got
based in
Todd
England as well?
Flowers joining us saying Johnny never sleeps. Yeah, Johnny doesn't sleep much.
See, here's a man with no children. You see, he's got nothing better to do than be
Just
awake
bunch of
playing his guitar. Just his chickens and his cat.
Yeah, it's when you get the notification on your phone that he's going live, you say with a late show, just as you're going to bed, and then I wake up in the morning and I'm looking on Facebook and he's already posted a good morning message, and I'm like, all right, you did a lot while I was asleep, buddy.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
In my case this morning, I got up this morning and he was live. Blimey, he's still playing his guitar at 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever it is. Actually, it's not that late. It's about midnight, isn't it, where he is? But 7.
There's nothing wrong, Will, with... He says, what's wrong with nothing better to do? Nothing.
Nothing.
Welcome, Ryan Arnold and Mitch Heyman.
Hey, guys.
And Todd Flowers.
Please, guys, I'm in the market for a delay pedal, but not expensive. Any thoughts or recommendations? Good question.
Delay?
Yeah. What do you guys think for... and I will say, you know, by today's standards, pretty much anything under a couple $100 Canadian. Which would be what, about
25 quid, isn't it?
Any of those generic brands like Joyo and
depends. You want an analog sound or you want a digital sound?
That's what I asked Fender last night.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, or if you want one that
Rick Ronelli says the carbon copy. That's my go-to for any kind of an analog delay. I know they're creeping up there in price, but you can find them used.
Yeah.
What are they these days? How much are they?
If you want one that'll do both, I'm partial to the flashback delay by TC. That'll do slapback, analog, digital. It's got quite a few options on it, but I don't know what it costs. I think it might be just around 200.
For the one that's not the micro one, but the bigger one where you have the multiple tone prints, they're right around 200 Canadian. Not that I was pricing one out on the weekend.
Not that you were.
No,
so in the UK, a carbon copy, MXR carbon copy is £130. It's pretty
perfect.
Good.
So that would run about close to 200 Canadian.
Yeah, they're around
50 Canadian
now.
Sorry?
I said I think it's more closer to around 250 than it is 200.
Oh, that
the UK pound is like almost like $1.50 Canadian.
I'm gonna do a quick search here. It's, we have the technology. It's funny. I type in MXR and it's like carbon copy. Yes,
that's the one. The TC Electronics in the UK from Anderton's is £90.
So there's
and
200.
The carbon copy out the Evil Empire is $210.
What's amazing is you typed in what you did, and it actually didn't say Pornhub.
No. Not on my phone, anyways.
What, the Evil Empire?
So the carbon copy is actually more money than the flashback?
Yeah, because MXR decided about 2.5 years ago that their pedals warranted the price up range of your higher end stuff.
What? I'm not familiar with the carbon copy. Has it got a lot of features on it, or?
No, it's just an analog delay with modulation.
Yeah.
Man,
Pepper,
get the flashback.
The TC Electronic Flashback 2 is £90. The Flashback Triple is £180.
Wow.
So
that's a lot of pedal, though.
Yeah, isn't that like a double pedal? That's a double, I think, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. The 3 is
and then there's
double.
a mini. Then there's the mini version as well, which is probably it's just got to be less, right? Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess the Flashback 2 is just £90. I think it's just.
Yeah. Well, that's not bad, I guess. That's what I've got. I love it. Does everything I need.
Flashback 2 is a delay and looper pedal. So it's still got 2 functions in it.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, Thrash Metal says get a rack mount Ibanez analog delay from a pawn shop will work. Well, see, funny you mentioned that. I was in a pawn shop on Friday looking at an Ibanez rack mount delay, and I think it was about $80 Canadian.
Wow.
Jeez.
That's pretty good, yeah.
I know. I almost bought it.
So are you gonna Velcro that to your pedal board, Ben?
Yeah.
Hey, just think, you could actually then make your pedal board stacked.
Well, I was thinking that. I was looking at the clearance under the lid. Could I because I was thinking about even putting my wireless unit down on the board and, mounting a couple of my always-on pedals on top of it, so I'm not standing on it or anything like that.
How many pedals have you got on your board, Ben? That enormous board.
5, 6, 9, 12, 14.
Just in case, that is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Built-in resilience.
And one of them I don't use.
Simon, I've got 11 on mine, and I use them all, I swear.
What, all the time? All on?
Oh, God, no.
No,
but over the course of the night, they all get used, though. They're all there for a reason, I swear.
Yeah, your low gain, your medium gain, your high gain, your chorus, your phase, your analog delay, your digital delay.
I don't have phase. That's one thing I got to get as a phase. I don't have phase.
Well, somebody might have a phaser video coming out in the next day or so. Just saying.
Is it the 95? MXR 95?
It is.
Okay, cool. Because that's what I'm looking at.
There's a phaser video coming out on the next couple of days.
I'm hearing subliminal messages.
Welcome, Kirk and Bo. Thanks for stopping by. Any backup pedals on the board, Dennis S? Well, sort of, yeah, because I have both a digital delay and an analog delay. So if one failed, I could just use the other exclusive.
The other 13 are completely unique to each other.
Hey, I've seen boards like that, right? It's like, they got a ring modulator, a tremolo, and a vibra, a vibe.
And they only use 1 or 2.
Yeah, so pretty soon you'll have to change it from calling it a pedal board to a pedal boat.
Yeah.
Get on the beginning of the night, turn everything on. All night.
I got a tidbit for you guys. So I just got a call earlier today. Ken and my band just bought, those little tiny Vox heads?
Oh yeah.
Baby heads, and they got like different versions, like a clean, a dirty, a metal, whatever, right? So they were on sale.
Demo on one.
Pardon me?
Said Lando did a demo on one.
Okay, so he bought one on sale because it was actually Black Friday sale, and they forgot to change the sticker. Anyways, he got one for like real cheap, right? And he tried it in the store, and he couldn't believe how bloody loud this thing was.
Oh yeah,
it was massive loud. So he's gonna loan it to me, and I'm gonna try it out with my 212 cab, and that would be a fantastic thing just to carry around in your bag when you do a gig. Because if your head goes down, you're screwed. Yep. But you could literally plug into this toy and keep going, and that's what we're going to do next year. So he's going to bring it to all the gigs as a backup.
There's actually guys, Hack, that are installing them on their pedal boards as a backup. So it's right there on the corner of the pedal board.
Oh,
yeah,
there
it's
you
got
go.
50 watts solid state.
Do you mean
it's got the new tube in it?
Do you mean this one?
But there is a tube in it, right?
Is it that one?
Well, no, it has a new tube in it. It was the first product that had the new tube.
Right. So let's get that technology in it. Okay. But he's going to loan it to me. I'll probably do a video on it when I get it, but and apparently it's a great pedal platform too.
Oh yeah.
So this like slices, dices, and it,
Sure.
Yeah.
Casper. Oh, and by the way, hello to Blank Palette too. Thanks for stopping in.
Todd Flowers?
Casper asked Ben, question, so what would you say the difference is between an analog and digital delays? A digital delay has basically unlimited repeats, and it's almost like a looper. It captures the sound, there's no decay, and it just repeats that same sound over and over.
Yeah.
Whereas an analog delay, it deteriorates with each repeat. And eventually, quite often, it just sounds like a knocking sound, for lack of a better term. That's your big difference. The digital, it's crystal clear, exact repeats for like...
Yeah, digital, it's an exact duplicate. Whereas with the analog, as it goes along, if you actually had maybe scratched a string or something, it actually might add a little bit of a different color to it over the span of the repeats.
Yeah, yeah. And so generally, like I'll use my analog delay as essentially a slapback, whereas my digital is set up for my Joe Walsh solos that I need the 4 exact repeats on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I generally, because I own the flashback, I prefer the sound of the analog delay. That's pretty much what I use. That's on all the time. The only time I'll switch over to the slapback is if I'm doing like sort of 50-ish type of stuff, you know, George Harrison solos or, you know, sort of rockabilly type stuff. But, you know, Pretty Woman, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
The rest of the time it's, I don't know, the digital delay, I guess if you want to get, like, it'd probably be great if you were doing like some 80s stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I use it for is 80s stuff. Like,
it'll give you that vibe, right?
Yeah. Well, I use it for 170 song. We do In the City. And so I use it for the solo in the City. And then I use it for the solo in Dirty Laundry. And then I think I might also use it in a Blue Rodeo song.
Yeah.
But even then, it's for when you're doing those soaring, like, big bends and stuff, right? Because it adds all that fullness and sustain. You know, your Gilmore type stuff, Dave Gilmore stuff, right?
That's him.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Section.
I'm finding that I used to always pretty much have the delay on all the time, but I find now if you got it like a decent reverb, I'm only hitting the delay now mainly is for solos. Just makes everything last a little longer, right?
Right. Yeah, whereas I have both always on myself.
Yeah, but there's, I don't know, like, depending on the repeats and that, like, there's some riffs that just, if you got a delay going, it muddies it up, you know what I mean?
It depends on how up front you have the repeat. I have mine backed way down, you know, so, like, your single repeat is maybe half to 2/3 the volume of your original signal. So, it's, you know, it's almost like a reverb effect in that respect. It's just ambient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless I need a rockabilly thing, then you crank it up so it's more present.
Yeah. Slightly.
I was just going to say that when I think of analog delay, instead of like all these things like 50s and that, it actually brings me back to what kind of got me into liking Les Paul's music and wanting to try to play Les Paul's stuff.
Right. Yeah, because eventually he had all that stuff built right on board in the bloody guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, everything in that thing.
Yeah, Gibson been trying to make that ever since, haven't they? selling the massive technology Les Paul.
That's right.
That's quite
Yeah,
funny,
they could not make a robot sound like Les Paul.
No.
It's the Les Paul robot guitar, but it doesn't sound like Les Paul.
Like Les Paul.
I tried one of those high performance Les Pauls today, actually.
Oh yeah,
and you know it had the nice heel joint, right? There's no block on it anymore.
Yeah, the
and the push pulls and all that kind of stuff, and no pickup rings and all that kind of stuff. But you know what? I found the knobs, they felt kind of cheap on it. You know, the silver knobs. I don't know. They just. And when I was doing the pickup splitting, I wasn't really hearing a hell of a difference between the full humbucker and the single. Now, I always thought, wait a minute, am I doing something wrong here?
Right.
So yeah, I was a little underwhelmed, and that thing was $5,000.
Yep.
For the high performance.
Let's see here. I'll answer Riley's question really quick. He says, "What's your favorite size fret?" And that would be minimal. So I don't know how well you can see this, Riley, but there is no fret height on these frets?
No.
That's your true, very flat vintage fret. That's what I love.
Like my Strat. My Strat's got hardly any frets at all.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it's I almost call it a fretless. Yeah. And then also we had a question. Denny Allen says, I need a chorus pedal. I noticed recording today, my guitar sounded very plain. I'm using my Fender Ultimate Chorus amp for now. All right. Pepper, do you have a go-to chorus pedal you would recommend?
Well, my favorite is the Boss CE2.
Well, yeah.
But I don't have that. So I use a Corona Chorus, which is very, very good.
Nice.
Which is another TC pedal.
Yeah. How about you, Simon? You use much chorus?
Well, I've got a Boss, an old Boss chorus actually. It's very nice. I don't have very many pedals. I'm an embarrassment to the guitaring community because I have a. I'll show you why. Hold on a second. Then you can all laugh at me.
Marsman, welcome. He says, Ben, better wipe that trolley off. I just drooled on it.
Oh dear. See, this will get me drummed out. This is what I use.
The polar opposite of my pedal board.
Yes, you see, the polar opposite of your pedal board. My Boss GT3. Look at that. See, you can roll about on it. You can kind of run over it in your car. You can, it's like I've had this for I don't know 20 years or something. I mean, it weighs about 10 pounds, but it does everything, and it's only in one small, well, reasonable sized box, almost indestructible. So perfect for doing Man in the Moon 1 minute and I don't know the Cars the next.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, and
it's got,
I get it. Like normally, we know I'm not into those type of devices, but
no,
I know you have been gigging with that thing forever and a day. So it's like that's the Simon Williams setup. Like
it's terrible, but I know it's terrible, but actually it's got loads of nice acoustic simulators in it. So you can do acoustic guitar stuff. Next song, you've got a load of drive, all sorts of stuff in it. For that, I think it's perfect for that sort of thing. Playing in a covers band is what it's designed for. I wouldn't mind having to go with one of the new ones, the Boss.
So do you use like a simulated CE2 then for your chorus tones?
It probably, yeah. I think that it has, my understanding is it has actually some of the Boss pedal circuitries in it. So it doesn't,
nice.
It doesn't actually, more than simulate them. It actually got them inside. The boards, the circuit boards, and my understanding. But yeah, it's got reasonable sort of Vox type sounds, with all sorts of stuff. It's got nice clean sound with a bit of chorus, a bit of delay on it. It's got, you can change it up for lead sounds. It's very easy to do and very easy to use, and I've used it for a long time. I am going to build myself a pedal board because I would like a pedal board as well, but
yeah. Simon,
yeah.
Simon, do you so you program patches into it, or do you use it all like standalone effects, or do you program like patches, like overlays of different effects? And
well, it has. I mean, basically, what it has is it has patches. So you start off and it'll say Voxy sound, and it'll have a bit of it'll have that's made up of a certain number of. Can I show you the front? I'll get this close enough. See all these buttons here? They're all these ones are different effects, which you could turn on and off. So you've got compression, wah, overdrive, distortion, preamp, sim, modulation, delay, chorus, reverb, all sorts of stuff like that. It's obviously got a built-in tuner as well, which is very useful. And stuff. So basically, you can make any combination of those things into a.
That's what I was asking. So you can create your own sound by blending in a little bit of this, a little bit of that, like you're making your own. Yeah. So that's that's similar to the ME70 that I used to have.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, I found what you do is you take one of the sounds that is there, like the clean sound, and you kind of mess around with the edges of it till you get what you like out of it.
You tweak it.
To work pretty well. Yeah, just tweak it. Yeah. I haven't gone for completely from scratch, make your own, because they seem to work very well as as they are, and as I say, tweak around the edges. which is really good.
Nice.
Actually. So, yes, get me drummed out of the guitaring fraternity.
How about you, Terry?
Right.
Do you have a chorus that you like?
Terry's
I
on
think
mute.
you're muted. I think you're muted.
Or he's
We
miming.
can't hear you.
Or you're miming. One or the other. Weird.
Definitely is now.
You can hear us. We can't hear you, I'm guessing. Good idea. Yeah, jump out, jump back in. While he's doing that, I will say my answer, which is, again, like Pepper, my favorite is the, there it is, Boss CE2, which got replaced on my pedal board with the Mod Tone Aqua Chorus, which, oh my, is such a good replica of the CE2. And there will be a video coming out later this week on that chorus pedal as well.
I've never heard of Montone. Who sells them, Ben?
That's a good question. They're not easy to find.
Yeah, I never heard
because
that.
they don't exist anymore.
No, they still exist. They're all over social media.
But the company itself is pretty much like done like dinner, though.
Really?
Is what I'm saying. As far as I know, as in regards to the chorus, I just basically use what's on the Viper. Otherwise, I don't think I've owned a lot of chorus pedals or effects over the years. It's probably about the extent of it. Even now, I kind of find it kind of
Apparently, you can get it on
so
Amazon.
in using it.
Holy
What's
crap!
that, Ben?
They have it on Amazon. They're the price is $2.95 Canadian.
Oh,
You know what? I don't think Rich should have
Get in.
charged me $40 for that one.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Rich, you ripped them off.
tell him.
He'll never see it.
Interesting. And let's just see. Let's find another place. There's eBay. Used.
eBay.
I'm just
Salut,
looking
BB
to see
Ninja.
if there's somebody
Hey,
that
BB.
has Guitar Center has the Aqua Chorus 2.
Yeah. Yeah, because Mod Tone is almost pretty much non-existent now.
Yeah.
You can get a lot of their stuff like on like heavy discount.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I do have
300 is
some
a little
breaking news. This week's episode of Canucks with Guitars will be happening, but it won't be happening at 8 p.m. Thursday. So possibly 8 p.m. Wednesday, we're looking to go live, but Rich has to confirm that with me. He said in a few hours, which tells me he needs to wait till the wife gets home.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
So Ben, I've got a premiere coming this week, and I scheduled it specifically at 9:15 so that I wouldn't come on while you were doing your show, and now you're moving your show to Wednesday. Oh well.
Well, I will tell everyone to go and watch you.
On the next day,
Oh, by the way, Ben, that guy got back to me and thanked me for letting him know about his Fender Deluxe Precision bass that was $13.15 or
Oh,
50
right.
cents. He's now changed it properly to 1,350.
Yeah.
I'll take
Blimey.
2, please.
Oh yeah, and it's an all natural one.
Wow.
So that would have been a killer deal.
Decimal
Blank
point in the
Palette
wrong place.
asks, what does a compressor do? Does it bring back the sound so it's not blasting too wide and all over, and is good to use with a noise gate to control the sound? Do any of you guys use a compressor at all?
Yeah, I use one.
So do I.
Yeah. Well,
I have it come on in
several.
some of the patches on the Viper. Like the Pickin' and Grinnin' patch has a compressor in it.
I've got
Yeah.
an old Boss compressor as well. But
Nice.
it's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, nice, yeah.
It just,
Yeah,
I mean,
I use
it
a
just,
compressor as a tone shaper. Like a compressor, the idea is, yeah, because you're going to hit certain notes that are going to be louder than others, and it's supposed to make it even across the board. So
exactly.
they're crucial during the recording process. For instance, you have to use one when recording because it does equal everything out. What happened was, I would say in the 70s in Nashville, guys found out that if you just cranked everything on a compressor, you got this very quacky, plucky sound associated with a Telecaster, for instance, for that quote-unquote country tone. So that's what I use my compressor for. I have, like, when I use a compressor, you know it, because all of a sudden it's snappy, plucky. Great for the dead notes, as they say.
I'll use a compressor for a clean boost.
Yeah.
Right. So that, so when I'm hitting the thinner strings, they're audible. You can hear them.
Right.
That's pretty much it. The one thing I noticed with compressor,
don't have the sustain crank too high, then I would imagine.
I think I'm more. I don't know now. I got to look at it. But everything just pops, right? The thing is with the compressor, what it does do, like, it'll raise your noise floor quite a bit.
Yeah.
Right. And the other thing I noticed, and with the compressor, is a lot of them, the MXR ones particularly, because I tried them, they really darken your tone. And it's the one I've got, which again, I feel like I work for TC Electronic. It's the hypergravity compressor.
Without the financial advantage, Pepper, yes.
Yeah, without the exactly, yeah. It has a control on it. Has a few settings, and one is the spectral, and they took that circuit, the same circuit they use in their studio equipment. So basically what it does is it compresses, but it doesn't change your tone. So that's why I picked that one up. But it's very expensive. I got it for a good price, but it is pretty expensive.
Yeah, I can relate, because I was using right there a Boss CS2 made in Japan compressor, which I love. But it's getting to be a little noisy, like not much, but just a little. And so it got replaced. It came off the board last year. I went without a compressor. I was using my Behringer noise gate as a compressor because I found it did compress the tone a bit as a workaround until I got a Keeley compressor this year. And everyone knows that's the industry standard these days.
I've never tried it.
The amount of compression you get out of that thing.
I was going to actually say that, as far as I knew, for compression wise, that it was also a sustainer, or at least some of the ones that I've had in the past actually had a sustainer built in.
Yeah.
It's attack, sustain. There's some of the better ones will have a blend knob too, so you can blend your clean and your compressed tone.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah. Like the Keeley's got a level, a blend, the sustain, which is its compression, and then a tone knob too. So if you do find it does darken it, it's got the tone knob, and then it's also got a micro switch depending on if you're using humbucker or single coil, which does make a difference. Like it is, it seems like it's two different circuits.
What's that MXR one? The Dynacomp. That's the one.
Dynacomp and the Super Comp, both great pedals.
Yeah, that thing darkens the hell out of your tone. I did not like that one at all. I wasn't a fan of that one.
Salut BV. We got BV Ninja joining us. Hello, mon ami.
Anybody ever tried the Strymon one? I'd love to try the Strymon.
Oh, I wish. I need to do better gigs to afford anything by Strymon.
Yes.
I'd have to wear a tie to play a Strymon. It's a little above my pay grade.
Todd Flower says he got the new Fender The Benz compressor. He liked it for the dog. That whole Fender line of pedals are great.
And did it give you?
I played that. It's a nice pedal.
I haven't seen them here yet, Ben. Have you seen them around?
Yeah, I've done several. I think I did demos on 4 or 5 of them months ago. On my if you go into the gear review playlist, I'm trying to think when they came out. Late spring, maybe.
It's been at least 3 or 4 months, yeah.
Oh, yeah, easy. I'd say 6 months.
Because there's a whole bunch of YouTubers that were doing demos of them.
It's got to be 6 months, because Rich and I haven't done any demos together in about 6 months, and I think that was the last group we did when we drove down to the Kingston store. to check it out.
They're a relatively big footprint too, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They're pretty big.
Yeah, they'll lead up
Similar
your
to the old PV pedals, if you remember them.
Yeah. Well, again, I feel like I work for TC, but they also release. They've got a cheaper line of pedals too, like the old Behringer pedals that they basically put in metal boxes.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about? Those are pretty cheap. Like if you're sort of just dipping your toes into the world of pedals and you want some decent pedals just to get started, that would be a good starting point, I think, to get, because they've got, I think, a pedal for basically every effect at this point.
Oh yeah. Judd Lofthouse says, "Quick hi, I'm busy right now. I will catch the replay."
Hi, Judd.
Thanks for
fellow
popping in, Judd.
UKer. Excellent.
Yeah.
Hey, Judd.
Interestingly, the Fender, the Benz compressor is £89 in Bristol, in England. In the UK, you can, which is pretty good money for a decent pedal.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Lars brings up a good point. So they have the battery door on the back, like the old DoD pedals that we all lost the battery covers for. I have one for all of my DoD pedals, and but that one, it's held on magnetically.
Yeah, brilliant. That's a brilliant idea. Yeah,
brilliant. And they also, what is it? They shot up light through fiber optics in through the knobs, so your indicator on the knob lights up, and you can turn that
That's
on.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. There's a couple of really nice design things in those, and they're really nice design things.
Yeah, because when it's dark, you have a hard time sometimes seeing where the hell you're at. Yeah.
If I may interject, LA Music, Fender Pugilist Distortion Pedal, 129. Fender Marine Layer Reverb Pedal, 199. Fender Mirror Image Delay Pedal, 199. Fender Santa Ana Overdrive Pedal, 259. Fender Igne Malstream Overdrive Pedal, 110. Fender Micro ABY 84. Fender Micro Compression, 105. 105. That's it.
Yeah, that Santa Ana Overdrive, it sounds like a hefty price compared to the other pedals.
That's pricey, yeah.
Richie
the Santa Ana.
We did a demo on that one as well, and Richie almost walked out of the store with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was just like, and they had just come out, so it was like we couldn't even get a deal on them because they knew they were going to sell at full price. You know, and we're like, so what kind of price break can you do for us? They're like, none, because we know they're going out the door.
Yeah. It looks a pretty decent. They're £129 in the UK, which is, if I compare it to this, look, this is my attempt to get my pedal credibility back.
Even him.
I want one of those
last year and loved it.
It's a fantastic pedal. Could I say?
Yes.
It's just it's a fantastic pedal, a really, really cool pedal.
Yeah.
And that thing about you could, put the drive into the boost and the boost, depending which way you want it to go is,
that's about $300 that pedal here, I think.
Yeah, £229.
Yeah, that's pricey, man. Yeah. That's
you are getting two good pedals in one housing. That's the nice thing about it.
You are, yeah.
It's two in one, yeah. You can get two levels of gain, and you can also blend them too. Can't you use one for like a boost and the other one for your?
Yeah.
There's a few different things you can do with it.
You can open it up and fiddle with there. You can make it so that instead of being in and out, you can make one controls one side and one controls the other side.
Yeah.
So you can control them separately. I don't have it set up like that, but so I just have in and out. But yeah. It's a fantastically sounding pedal and a brilliant idea, really. To have those two things together, and you can change between the two is really good.
So Simon, I'm going to ask you something now. So you got that pedal, which is a fantastic pedal. You know where I'm going, right? You know where I'm going, right? Come on. I want you to compare the dirt on that pedal to what you're getting on that multi-effects. I'm just saying.
No.
I'm just saying. A beat them one day, my friend.
A beat them. Oh. You have to say, don't you? A D&M drive versus a Boss GT3 is something of a niche comparison, isn't it? The world, YouTube world, that's what they're typing in all the search engines.
Yep. And we have another question here. What's a good, cheap microphone good enough to record playing through YouTube? Most people have horrible mics when they play. It depends on what you're using to record into, whether it be a computer or a mobile device.
Or direct input box like I use.
Or direct input box. As far as miking, if you're looking to mic an amp into your laptop, I would say a lot of these USB condenser mics work really good. I found the key was to face the condenser away from the amp. Like if you look on those Fi-Fi mic reviews that we did, you can put the mic right in front of the amp, but just have it facing away. Picks up great tone. And those things are cheap. They're like $60 Canadian. Plug and play. Wow. Yeah.
If you're looking...
If you use your iPhone to record, just record straight with the iPhone. Don't use an external mic. I tried it. I used my Snowball with the mic, and everyone complained my video was quieter. So I went back to just direct into my phone.
Yeah, when it comes to your phone, just try to keep it away a certain amount, and also try to make sure you're not have your your amp too high, because it'll distort like crazy if a phone has really bad
but not with the newer iPhones, because I went live at a metal show and I was standing 10 feet in front of the PA system and it wasn't distorting at all. Well, I was shocked when I watched the playback. I was like, how does this not just sound like a can of bees?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not all like you said. It's not all phones that have bad mics. Some have great mics, some of them have really terrible mics, or even more so the actual software used to actually record on the phone itself.
It's not so much the mics, it's the speaker in the phones, because when you play it back it sounds like garbage, but if you use a set of headphones it actually doesn't sound too bad.
Yep,
that's right. That also helps.
They plug it into your stereo, which is what I was doing earlier when you came on. So when I went over to look at you, first of all, you had it coming out of my stereo, which is like, whoa. Sound quality.
Also, if you're actually looking to record an amp, I believe it's the Sennheiser E609 or E906. Yep. That is the mic that you want. The 609 is closer to the $100 price point. The 906, which is the better version of it, is closer to like the 220 price point. But you can put them down in front of the front of your amp, and it picks up everything perfectly.
Yep.
Yeah, the 609 is
the electronic third dimension chorus. Hack, have you tried it?
What? Who? Say what? Say again?
TC Electronic third dimension chorus.
No, I have not. Actually, I never know that even existed. I got to call my rep.
Kind of like like that Wazacraft Dimensions pedal. Same idea.
You're fired.
It's on my shopping list.
No, I've not seen that.
Yeah, Tone King was when he went through those TC Electronics pedals last weekend. He had one of them, and I went, "Oh, sold."
It's pretty good. Yeah, in the UK, the Sennheiser, the 609, the E609 is £92.
Wow,
not bad. That's a pretty decent price for that. That's seemingly £90. Yeah, certainly under 100.
And the question that just comes to mind is, now that Tor is no longer the face of TC Electronics, is Pepper taking over?
Not on that performance, he isn't.
That's a hell of a drive.
Yeah, it's a bit of a commute to Denmark, eh?
That's a hell of a drive every day. Yeah, I don't know if I can swing that.
Oh, dear.
Todd Flowers has the Pugilist as well. Nice.
Yeah, how about dirt pedals? Since we're going through the whole gamut, what's everyone's favorite dirt pedal?
Ooh.
I know what Simon's is.
Well, my Electro Harmonix Crayon.
Oh yeah, I've never tried one of those things.
Have you tried a Soul Food?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Same thing, but get rid of the tone knob and put a bass and treble in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's more or less what? A modded Klon, right? And just very much cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
What
got
about
a,
you, Terry?
Rick Romanelli was headed out. See you, Rick, if you're still watching.
See you, Rick. Cheers.
Rick. Cheers, Rick.
Well, you, Terry, what's your favorite dirt pedal?
Well, technically, I really don't have any dirt pedals, but
And I think Marsman already is going to do Guitar Hacks answer. We'll see. Hey, Randall Fisher.
I would say this is probably the closest I have for a dirt pedal, which is again gave to me by thoughtful folks at El Ray Effects, the El Ray Effects Lucha Fuzz.
Lucha Fuzz.
It's
That's
basically like a big muff.
Yeah.
So,
how about you, Simon? I'm going to say D&M drive, perhaps.
The D&M drive is I've got I also have an old Marshall Bluesbreaker pedal as well.
Oh, nice.
One of the ones from the 80s, I think they are. Yeah, sort of Marshall in a box ones. Yeah, got it upstairs. I also have a Boss dual drive pedal as well. That's quite a fun thing. You can have quite a lot and even more. Basically, but it's like the dual, it's like a sort of distortion, but you can get two levels of it, and you have a sort of external separate pedal that you can click in to get, so you can use it as a kind of boost thing. So you can have a drive, then you can, if you want to do a solo, you can press, and it has ringed kind of volume pedals and stuff that you can set up so that the more is louder.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite
More
fun.
is more.
How about you, Hack?
Everybody knows what I like.
Is it TC Electronics?
No, this one isn't. No. I'm a huge fan of the Plimsoll by Fulltone. It's the best drive in the market that I've heard anyway. I haven't played them all, obviously, but from what I've come across, it is my favorite, hands down.
I had a feeling because Marsman asked, anyone tried a Plimsoll? And I'm like, well, you just wait.
It's the way to go. Oh, by the way,
said, I like the soul food, but I didn't care for the collard greens.
Here's another unpaid endorsement. Bullet Bourbon. Do yourself a favor.
And Metal Stage 0, no love for the kitty petter. Well, the big thing with that is, too, again, you got to remember, people have a really hard time to get them anyways.
Yeah, because they're only a direct order. You can't go into a store and try one.
And they only had an initial run of 2,000.
Yeah.
But,
and Fresh Metal says, this stream is sponsored by TC, Whiskey, and Cigars.
Cigars. I noticed, Pepper, you're saving on washing up by drinking it direct from the bottle.
That's right.
Yes.
Well, it's like when you buy a bottle of beer at a bar and they say, would you like a glass? I always tell them it already comes in one.
But I'm going to make honorable mention to another pedal that I like, Simon, sort of along what you were saying. I've got a Marshall Governor. Yeah. And it is cheap. I'm talking $75, $80. Yeah, like that. It's like $75, $80. Right? And the thing, it weighs, it's the heaviest pedal on my board. Like, I could take out people with this pedal. Like, it's got some mass. But, man, it sounds incredibly good. Not as good as my Plimsoll, mind you, but it's damn, like, man, it does something, like, does one thing, but it does it extremely well. And that would be, like, basically like an AC/DC type of game, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Like that type of classic rock, where you feel, I call it the throb, like you hit the chord and then you hear that sort of, that tube thing going, right? It's just, you want to play like Aerosmith, you want to do Bad Company, you want to do Gatto. Nobody knows Gatto except for maybe the Canadians in the chat, but if you want to play that style of music, that pedal just nails it right on the head.
Speaking of, I forgot to play Gatto in my phaser demo.
Yeah, we're waiting.
Oh,
We're
right after
waiting,
stop
Ben.
recording.
I was going to say, I forgot to mention while we were talking about distortion pedals, Electro Harmonics just launched a new pedal called the Flat Iron Fuzz that actually might be of interest to people that are not fans of fuzz, but are fans of the 70s sound. It's a pedal that is, again, a overdrive distortion that has, when you put it into the upper range, a slight bit of fuzz effect to it.
I thought they had already released that pedal a few years ago, and then they took it off the market, and it's back now. Like, I saw the link for the video today, and I thought, I've seen that pedal before.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. But I do know it just was released, and yeah, it sounds really good, especially if you're going for that 70s sound.
Yeah. Rick Hefner said, great stream today. Well, thank you, Rick. It's these guys. It's not me. So, and Michael B's in the house.
Hey, Michael B.
Hey,
How are you,
Michael
man?
B.
That's my Marshall Bluesbreaker pedal. That one there.
Yep.
Wow.
Look at the size of that thing.
Yeah,
That's
those
huge.
are kind of sleeper pedals that if you can find them and they're in proper working order, they're they're great little finds.
Yeah, they
The
are.
original
Worth a bit of money, aren't
Governor
they?
pedal, the original Marshall Governor pedal, like I've got the Governor too, right? But the original one, that's one of those hidden gems, eh? Well, it's not a hidden gem. Anybody that owns one knows how good they are, and they go for a high price. Not quite Klon money, but close.
Randall Fisher says the Friedman BEOD for me. Yeah, I would love to get some Friedman pedals.
Yeah.
But they're pushing $300 Canadian.
Yeah, they're pricey.
They're in that. Yeah, it seems like Friedman, Keeley, JHS. They all seem to be about like $280 Canadian, and then up from there.
Wampler is
Wampler. Same deal.
I got a question for you. I got a question for you guys. How many of you guys are into fuzz pedals or fuzz in general, like that tone, that sound?
I can't get fuzz to work for me. It doesn't work. Like, I'd like to use fuzz on a couple of songs, but I just can't get a good fuzz tone.
See, I don't like it either, Ben. I'm with you. I can't get my ears to like it at all. That's just
I have a fuzz pedal. I just don't use it.
Yeah. Well, Terry, you have a fuzz pedal, so I'm assuming that you like that tone, that sound.
Terry's gone currently.
Terry's gone. Okay. Yeah. You know, it's funny. I've tried a lot of different fuzz pedals, and I tried actually. Speaking of Wampler, is it the Velvet Fuzz?
Oh yeah.
Wampler makes a fuzz pedal, and I tried that. It's for the people who don't like fuzz, and I didn't like that one either. Fuzz for me is what I try to avoid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
I have one.
It's what I don't want the guitar to sound like.
So I've got this, which was built locally, and more or less it's a tone bender. So you have your volume and your fuzz, and that's it with a tone bender. But he added a tone knob and tone circuit, and the tone circuit is out of a Proco Rat.
Oh, okay.
Which is different, because it's a different circuit than any other pedal I have. Because they call it a filter, they don't call it a tone, and it's a filter, adjustable filter range. I guess all I know is it's cool.
Yeah, I only have, in regards to fuzz pedals, of course, I have the Lucha Fuzz that I won back in 2013, which is a big muff kind of thing, and the Joyo Octave Voodoo Octave that Shane in the Blues gave me for helping him. Very nice of him. Thank you again, Shane from In the Blues.
Very cool.
And this one, I would say, is more like more almost like a distortion pedal, and almost like kind of like what Ben was kind of saying. I'd say it's more closer to a tone bender kind of tone, and that's what you have to remember in regards to fuzz pedals. Is there's probably about 2 or 3 genres of fuzz that you can go through, And you got like the classic, which is like the big muff. Then there's actually about 2 or 3 sub-genres or variations of these. And then the same thing with the tone blender types. There's about 2 or 3 variations of it as well too. Now, let me see here. Someone in the chat just actually said, okay, some Dave dude actually said it perfectly. JHS Muffaletta. If I remember correctly, that is a fuzz pedal that they put out that actually has 5 variations of the big muff in it.
Right.
And so they're a great deal. They're pricey, but again, you're getting 5 different fuzz effects in it. I'm trying to think. Like when you talk about minimalistic type of fuzz, that Electro Harmonics Satisfaction fuzz. Yeah. That's again kind of a tone bender, Rolling Stones vibe fuzz, and that's the minimalistic kind of thing.
And I want to welcome also Lando 27 Music joining us and Per Stroheim. Good to see both of you.
Hey.
Hey guys. The Jay's Chest, they also make that, I think it's called a bonsai. It's like 5 tube screamers in one.
It's all the tube screamers.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, all of them, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a great idea, too.
Has anyone tried the Angry Charlie?
Have I tried that one? No, I haven't.
Well, okay, I've tried an Angry Charlie. It's pretty damn good. That's a great pedal. JHS makes some really good stuff. And then they've got one, I can't remember the name of it. It's the one they paired up with Boss. Angry Driver, I think it's called.
Yeah, it's a Blues Driver and Angry Charlie in one pedal.
Together, yeah. Those things, man, they go so fast.
Mm-hmm.
But that would be a nice combination to have too. Sort of the same. Actually, that is very similar to the D&M drive.
Yep.
Where you got like a really heavy one and then more of a blues, and you put them together in one package.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now the question is, in the Angry Charlie, which is or your Angry Driver, it's the Blues Driver and the Angry Charlie, but is it the fully modded Blues Driver circuit with an Angry Charlie? Because that would be awesome.
That I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it is. And somebody had mentioned. Oh, I want to get the name right here. Let's see. Todd Flowers has a big muff, which we didn't discuss. Yes, Will Varela says, I like the big muff with a wah. Very cool to roll on and off. I've had a variety of big muffs over the years. I tend to keep them for a few months and then get rid of them. But I noticed, because part of my problem with fuzz is it always thins out the tone so much that you lose all the bottom end. So I learned a few years ago to use a bass big muff. And wow, so much better sounding.
Yeah, there's definitely different circuitry that you can build that can be built into the muffs. The fuzzes, such as like you said with the big muffs. Another company that had put out quite a few variances of fuzzes and actually was very successful. I don't know if they still are nowadays, is Zvex.
Yeah.
The Fuzz Factory with its odd long shape, but if you wanted sputtering fuzz, if you wanted tight, compressed,
that one's on a lot of boards. You see that on a lot of pro players' boards.
Yep.
Yeah.
And BV mentions the Analog Man, Sunface, and the Pro Analog Devices, Lady Evil. Yeah, again, 2 more great pedals.
If you want to wait about 2 years for them, I mean, he has long waiting list, doesn't he? Analog Man, long waiting list.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Landon says your wall of sound is filling up nicely behind you. Yes, the latest additions being the Dreaded AC-15, which is now a 112 cab, the Pathfinder, which is just barely on screen, that's been converted to a head, and the Darius D112 or D12.
Yeah,
D10? D12. Which I did a demo on that as well, and that's going to be going up in the next couple of days. Vintage Canadian low-quality solid-state amp from the early 70s.
Come on, everybody knows, Ben, you're trying to compete with the Tone King.
I am on a much more budgetary friendly level.
For under $200 the lot. Yes.
Well, I think I worked it out. What was it? I paid $16 plus tax for this amp yesterday.
Well done.
Jeez.
Yeah. It was marked for $40 at the pawn shop, and then it had a 60% off sticker on it.
Didn't this tell you anything about it, Ben? No,
Yeah. He's like, you want to try it? No. Does it work? Yeah. And he's like, worst case, we got a 30-day return policy anyway.
Anyway, I could do the demo and take it back.
Hey, have any of you guys ever tried the Timmy? Timmy pedal?
I'm trying to think if I have or not.
They are insanely good, man.
Yes,
The Timmy
I
is
think I
great.
did. Yes, at Cosmo.
Yeah,
Maybe.
they're hard to get, rare,
Yep.
but man, if you get your hands on a Timmy, you can do a lot with that pedal, man. That's a great pedal.
That pedal corner at Cosmo Music, I think I stood there for 45 minutes. Making
I was looking at it. I was looking at it today. I'm like, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Waiting list mainly only for the King of Tone Sun Faces available now.
Okay.
BB says.
Yeah.
Will says, Ben, all these crazy names for pedals makes me think I should make one called the effing rude pedal.
Hasn't it already been done?
Somebody I thought did something like that.
Shane, wasn't it Shane had an incredibly rude one? Didn't he, Terry?
Yeah.
Rude boy?
No, I can't remember.
No, there was I remember there was a few there where he just would
it was the F one. It was
he
the
wouldn't
F
even
word.
say the name of it.
Oh, the Fux Fuzz?
That's FUX.
That's FUX.
Yeah. FUX. I think possibly, yeah. I don't know. It was so rude that he wouldn't say it on the video.
Yeah, that was, I think, what it was.
Was that what it was? Yeah.
Brian Stewart joins us and may have won the chat for today. He says, "I'm always a day late and a Canadian dollar short."
That's a good one.
That is a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, I always liked, what was it, the Bonamassa pedal, just called the Overrated Special.
That's pretty cool. That is cool, isn't it? He doesn't take.
Well, there is a talent pedal out there, isn't that Phil McKnight was talking about, the talent pedal?
Oh yeah.
Turn it on for talent.
You also
Excellent.
see all those memes where it's like the blame the singer pedal and
Audience reaction.
no talent pedal.
Yeah, the talent pedal with a boost.
Now with extra talent.
That's it, extra. In case you need some more.
I got to turn this one up a bit. I'm not quite doing it tonight.
Yeah.
It's not me. The pedal's not working.
No. Yeah, you've got to turn up the talent for depending on where you're playing.
All right, here, we'll make Guitar Hacks Day. BV says, Hack, yes, I have 3 of those Timmys.
Oh.
Paul Cochran is a friend.
Well, of course you do. He's got them all. That's why they're here.
Brad Miller says, Phil X has the F-word jazz pedal. So it's F jazz. Nice.
Yes.
And Thrash says we need joke pedals like the ejector button in your car. Yeah. I always thought I would do like, the thing pedal, the other thing pedal, and yet another thing pedal.
Yeah, and even a bit more pedal. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The more
that would
pedal.
be like your EP booster that you always have on all the time. That's just it's just better pedal.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I gotta get me one of them EP boosters. I've heard so much about those things, man.
For me, the biggest selling point is I've seen them on so many boards, whether it be a pro player or a bedroom player, they'll all have them, and you never see them for sale on the secondary market.
Are they? They're not that expensive, are they? EP booster?
Don't think
Canadian. So. I was going to buy one until I saw. I thought they would come in at about $125 because it's a little micro pedal with one knob, but no. But they are nice. Exotic effects are really nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, EP Boost £123 in the UK.
Oh, that much? Wow. So
Yeah.
that means here it's close to 2 then. Damn.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe. I think so.
Well, believe me, when
Yeah.
I was up at Costco, I put together my shopping list without seeing the prices because they carry so many brands that I can't get around here. And it's like, I looked at Rich and I'm like, I'm going to get these 5 pedals. And he goes, "Do you have $1,700?" I went, "Oh, okay, maybe not."
Yeah, not all in one go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Brian Stewart, we did mention that pedal. None of us, can't try it because it's a direct order. No stores are carrying it. Although I shouldn't say no stores because I could see a mom and pop ordering in a few of them, right? And just putting them there for sale.
Which one is that, Ben?
The Satchel's pedal.
The Steel Panther one.
Oh, the pea melter.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I actually said it, folks. Will says I have a pedal that's named after my ex-wife. It's called the Hell With You Fuzz. Brad Miller's got to head out. See ya.
Take care.
Cheers, Brad. Take care.
So it's a deep hole, Simon, if you start going into the pedals, because, I mean,
Yeah.
it's what Ben was saying, 4 or 5 pedals at 100 and something a pop.
Or
Yeah.
in Ben's case, 14 pedals.
Yeah.
That's just the starter kit.
Well,
And a
the only
pedal the size of a
reason why my
helicopter
board is
pad.
bigger than Hack's board is because I have more modulation and an extra delay. That's the only reason, because I think we have about the same amount of drive pedals and boost and stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm running out of real estate.
Yeah.
You see,
Me
you
too.
need a bigger pedal, Pepper. Face facts, you need a bigger pedal board.
Well, you can be like
Okay.
Richie's running 2 pedal boards at gigs now. He has 1 pedal
What?
board on either side of his mic stand.
He's too busy tap dancing then instead of playing. That's my problem. Too much tap dancing.
Well, yeah, he's got his wah and his dirt pedals to go into the front of the amp. So that's one small board, and then the other board's all modulation and delay to go into his effects loop.
All he uses a loop?
Oh yeah, he uses his effects loop.
Yeah, I never.
Don't get
I've
no
never-
audio from you, Terry. Very odd.
Say something, Terry. No,
No.
you've gone again.
Some Dave dude says Craven Moorhead equals Tubehead. Actually, there was a local band. That was the name of the band, Craven Moorhead. Okay, Terry.
Oh.
Let's see. Lando says, I had pedal gas for a few years, but I've managed to get away from them. More interested in amp heads now. Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because sure, there's less amp heads out on any given week than pedals, but it's a more expensive investment, right?
Well,
Yeah.
unless you're buying those little Vox or the Joyo ones or something.
Yeah. Like
They're
for
about
me,
the same price as a pedal, aren't they?
if I'm in a pawn shop, or as I call the pawn shops, the local animal shelter, it's the shelter because I've rescued stuff from the pound. If I see a pedal in there for under $50, chances are I'm walking out with it, unless it's a complete entry level.
Or
Like
an
I bought a
amp for
flanger
16.
today. I already have 2. Okay, I have no flanger on my board, and I already own 2 flangers. I bought a 3rd flanger yesterday.
Just in case.
Yeah, well, and it's one of my favorites yet. It's the Joyo, what's it called? The classic flanger, and that thing is. I can get chorus sounds out of it. I can get phase sounds out of it. I of course get flanger sounds out of it. I'm really digging it.
But it won't go on your board.
Certainly not. Yes.
Well,
Resilient
actually,
for
the
things that
Joyo
aren't
is
even on the board.
I pulled off my Univibe and put the flanger back on.
There are a lot of pedal manufacturers that make decent stuff for cheap, right? Outlaw being one of them. By the way, I was playing around with that Deputy Marshall. That thing sounds pretty damn good for the price. right? You got Tone City. They make some good stuff for cheap. You know, they're about $90 a pop here in Canada. Who else? Joyo is a third one. There are some companies that make decent stuff for cheap. And I mean, and the housings, like if you're going to gig with these things, you can because they're in metal housings. They're not going to, because there are some plastic ones out there that you shouldn't even go near as far as I'm concerned. But there are some that are in the metal cases that are actually usable in a live environment.
I think I'd take about 30 seconds to break a plastic one, trip over it, stand on it or something.
I have one pedal in a plastic housing, and that's my Behringer noise gate, but it's an always on. So
yeah, the Behringers are notorious for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tucked away. Yeah.
Speaking of heads, I was having a conversation with someone today, and he's like, "Why do you need another head?" Because I've got two now.
Yeah.
But I'm really, I mean, I'm gassing all the time, so this is nothing good. But I'm really gassing for the, I love Marshall, okay? I'm a total Marshall fanboy. I admit it, I have a problem.
But only Marshall based.
Yeah, Marshall and Gibson. But anyway, yeah, those two don't go together. I don't know whoever. Anyway. But I'm really pining for the 20-watt DSL. I think it's the HR. They call it. Came out this summer. I'm really pining for one of those heads.
You're right.
Oh, okay. I'm not connected with you on Facebook, Showman. So if you could send me an email to the email address down below, I can send you a direct invite into the Hangout using your email address.
Showman, cool. Simon's up to no good. I can see.
I'm messing about as usual. Don't worry, I always mess about. Because there's always something to be done, you know. It's just like, oh, God.
See you, Paul Millard. Thanks for dropping by.
See you, Paul. By the way, Paul. Simon, I saw part 2 of your Peter Green thing with Fender Guru. That was good, man.
Oh yeah, thank you very much. Yes, yeah, it's good fun.
Saw that.
Yeah, yes. I don't know whether they're going to be on this week or not. I haven't had any contact with them, and they weren't on this morning. So
well, you get to sleep in, right? So getting up at 5 a.m.
Well, and my wife's away. She's in Scotland for 3 days. So it's me.
Uh-oh.
There, I just sent the invite, Showman. Apparently, I had your email in here, so I sent it to your hush mail or for login.
Oh, cool.
We'll see how that works.
Yes.
Yeah, there's always a piece of kit I can always pick up at any time if I have the spare coin. Hey,
and the stupid part about it is I need another head, like I need another hole in the head. You know what I mean? Like
I know. You don't need it, but you want it, right?
Yeah, and like it's like another guitar, right? Like, man, I got so many guitars I'd like to get.
Well, you know, like my dad is from that generation where you had one guitar, one amp, that's it. You know, spare equipment, you had a spare patch cable, right? That was your spare equipment. And he comes walking in here and he's like, geez, like, do you need all this stuff?
Jeez.
No.
Jeez.
I've been the same, Ben. You know, I mean, I have had my Fender Strat and my PV Delta Blues for, the Strat I've had for 30 years. And that was, I had a spare. Yes, look, Terry's back. There we are.
Obviously, I have some type of mic issue or mic cable issue or something going on.
It's Canadian internet, Terry.
No, I'm not on Robbers or Bell. Or, sorry, Bell.
Robbers.
You are your own ISP.
Yeah, I'm on an independent that's actually on the backbone of the Rogers. So I don't have to pay or deal with a bunch of the robbers BS.
Yes, the internet stuff is all very difficult.
Yeah,
What's
at least
gone
we're
wrong?
not in Australia.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yes.
True.
God. But I do
Sorry, I'm
hear
just gonna
England's
write
internet is pretty
to
bad.
Shoman in an email here, so I'll just be a sec.
That's
Talk
Speaking
amongst
of,
yourselves.
the UK internet is. I mean, I live in the country, Terry. So I live out, about 15 miles southwest of Bristol, and I get 70 meg out here.
Wow.
Which is pretty cool.
That is good.
Yeah, it's it inevitably, because you're out in the wilds of nowhere. It's all above ground, on poles, so it's a bit subject to the wind and stuff. But pretty much, it works pretty well, and it's fine. To be honest, of not, So I think we do pretty all right.
Are you on a satellite, Simon, or is it you actually have are you hardwired?
No, it's it's ADSL broadband. So it's.
Oh, okay, cool.
So super fast. Copper wire. Don't know. We don't have any of that light technology stuff yet.
No fiber, right?
No, that's the future.
Yeah, that's one of the things I hear is the biggest issue with England is the fact that when they try to do any type of internet over the phone lines, they're all so old that it would be so hard to replace them all.
Well, the infrastructure the infrastructure was never designed for it. I mean, they can, and the thing is, they're compensating using different compression algorithm. Okay, now I'm going to get all technical, but
technical.
But you can only do so much on a twisted pair, right? That's not really twisted. You know what I mean?
Can you say that? Can you say that live? Can you?
I think you can say that. I'll allow it.
That's very clean.
Yeah.
And Showman, I just sent the email.
Oh.
Hey, Sila's in the house from Croatia.
Oh, Sila from Croatia, yeah.
How are you?
I think that would be the 5th country we've had jump in here.
It's funny the way you say that. It makes me think of Seal, and it makes me think of the Black Singer.
Yeah, Sila.
So for those of you that are tuning in, I'm in the Arctic.
Yes. He's reporting in from CFS Alert.
the slightly
We
misnoted.
have Guitar Hack live out from his fish hut. He is out trying to catch some muskie.
Yeah, trying to catch dinner.
Yeah.
He's Canada's
some
version of
crappie.
David Attenborough.
Jigging for walleye.
Jigging for what?
You've tuned into the Nature Channel.
Yeah.
What is the nature of this channel? Guitars? What do you call the nature channel? Well, it's the nature of guitars.
That's it.
The lesser spotted ESP, yes.
Mike Pellet asks, can you show us the fish you caught?
Welcome to Canucks with
Yogi.
fishing pool.
Yeah, really. How much more Canadian can you get? You got a guy in a winter coat
You're just missing the Tim Hortons cup.
with a Tim Hortons cup.
Well,
There we go.
in fairness, it is winter.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
That's
though it doesn't look it much outside.
Temperature is 2 degrees Celsius.
Blimey.
Yeah, it's going to get real cold. It was actually not bad today. I think we hit about 4 Celsius, but it's supposed to drop overnight. So
Yeah, it looks like -4, -6, -7 by the morning.
yeah, it's going to get cold out here.
Although we
Wow.
got a high of
Cold
3
enough
degrees
to
on
freeze
Friday.
the balls off of a brass monkey.
Oh, okay. And you have to congratulate
Terry, well
Thrash
done.
on the of toque. He said no toque though. However,
No,
because it is Canucks with guitars, I do have a toque on the headstock of my Strat.
There you go.
Oh my god.
Excellent.
Well, it's funny.
That's funny.
What was it on the weekend? Greg Koch posted a photo of 3 guitars, and he had like a red, white, and blue guitar say with a red toque, a white toque, and a blue toque on each of the headstocks. And my comment was, looks suspiciously like the Canucks with guitars logo. ...
American style.
Bluetooth, isn't that some technical connection thing?
Anyways, even in Wisconsin. It's further north than I am.
Well, that's the thing too. Yeah, you know, like we're at least in Toronto. I'm further south than most of the U.S. states. You know?
Fair about, yeah. Yeah, well, it was like, what was it? When I lived in Windsor, that was like on the same parallel as Northern California.
Yeah.
Blimey, yeah. Okay.
And Minnesota, all these places, Seattle, they're all north of me.
Yeah.
All border states, for the most part.
Yeah, they're all north.
Oh, here
he is. Look.
There he is.
Shoman.
Hey, Shoman.
For the most part.
Yeah, they're all north. Oh, we got a little bit of delay happening.
Yeah.
Hey, Shoman.
Hey, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, they're all
I
north.
can hear you
Twice.
Hey, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, they're all north.
Hang on, hold on.
Yes. It's headphones or nothing.
Hang on, hold on.
And I finally, after 11 months, got this thing dialed in, so I don't need them.
Headphones or nothing. You sure there's actually any rhyme nor reason to whether it goes into echo mode? Ben?
Yeah,
It's
because,
sometimes
like,
just
if
happens.
I'm using
doesn't it?
speakers, if I turn them up too loud, then the mic will start picking them
The
up.
mic will-
and feedback.
Yeah, that's what I learned is I got to keep my speaker volume down so it doesn't mic doesn't pick it up. Yeah.
Then the mic will start picking feedback.
Yeah, that's what I learned is I got to keep my speaker volume down.
Is that any better?
Mic doesn't pick it up.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was, you still had the video playing in the background. That's what we were picking up.
Is that any better? No.
Yeah, I think it was, you still just pause the YouTube playback. Live
We
stream.
can still hear ourselves.
It's rung
Oh,
off.
did we lose them all together?
Come back.
All is forgiven. Shoman, where are you?
Yes, this is breaking news here. We got Shoman Blues in the house. This is awesome.
Nearly.
Surely.
Shoman
I
Blues
can't-
slight return.
Yeah. Special appearance
From
by.
From that brief moment, I could see that Showman needs more guitars.
Yeah,
There he is.
that's a
There he
fantastic
is.
room, Shoman. It really is.
How about now?
Perfect.
Perfect.
Way better.
That's
I
better.
think I must have had 5 windows open.
There you go. Nice to meet you, Showman.
Hey, nice to meet you too. Who is that?
That would be the guitar. hack.
I'm in the Arctic Circle right now.
Oh, okay. Guitar hack. Simon.
How are you?
Hey, Shoman, how you doing?
I'm good, buddy.
Good. I see you've got a fantastic room there. It looks amazing.
Oh, thanks.
It's beautiful,
Shoman's got
yeah.
Lots of goodies.
It's a garage.
Nice.
Well, it doesn't look like a garage. I can't see a
Well,
car.
let's look at it.
Well, there's no, yeah. I had to sell my
This
car.
There's no room for a car.
This looks like a garage.
Yeah, isn't that the classic thing of blokes in garages? Is that there's never a car in the garage. There's
No.
everything else, but no car.
I'm down in
I think-
Florida. I miss having a basement.
Oh,
Ah,
so you still got your
looks like
shorts
you're a
on.
little light on the guitars, Showman. Looks like you're running low on guitars over there.
No, I had to send one back. That hardly ever happens, but it'd be. I wouldn't feel bad if I could play. If I could play, it would be good, you know. But I
That's
can't
my
play
excuse.
for shit.
Will Ben Coombs, the new disappearing Terry GG&G pedal.
Yeah. We're in and out. Or a tremolo, right?
Oh.
Hey, yes. Awesome. So anything new and
dear.
exciting, Showman?
No, I'm actually supposed to be working right now, and the time is at 4:36. So I'm just playing hooky.
Okay.
We won't tell anyone.
Nothing exciting. I bought an empty 2x12 cabinet, the one that Tone King was touting last week.
Oh yeah.
So I just got that with like 176 for the cabinet only, and I've got to figure out what to put in it. I've had to got a hold of Dave Freeman again, and I've got to send him back my Dirty Shirley Mini that I bought. I actually bought it used, and it worked great for about a month, and then got a gigantic hum and sent it back to him. He returned it, you know, really easy to deal with. But it's humming again, so I wrote him, and he said, yeah, we had some issues with blah blah, some sort of resistor caps or something. So I'm sending that back to him as soon as I get the little you know, label.
He seems very good about
Very good.
fixing stuff and sorting it out. So,
I even
think
told
it's
him,
brilliant.
I said, you know, I bought this used, so it's not like it's guaranteed or anything. And so I did pay the freight and nominal charge he gave for the tubes.
Yeah.
But this time he's sending me a label. So.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So yeah.
Great.
That is good.
Man, we have nobody down here that works on amps. I'm in way extreme Southwest Florida, and even going up to Fort Myers, which is a little bit larger town, there's still nobody around here that works on amps worth a darn.
So, do you know Dave? Are you close to Dave Byron?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
In fact, I went over. He was playing at the Blue Monkey. That's the name of it, Blue Monkey.
Yep.
Bar.
Yeah.
And I went in there one night and saw him, said hi to him, brought a friend of mine.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. He's a great guy.
He's a great guy. I love Dave Byron, man.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
So, Showman, do you play? Do you play in bands or anything?
No, I'm horrible.
What, never ever?
I mean, everybody says they're horrible, right? And then they sit down and rip out something for about 30 minutes, and they sound great. And you think, well, you lying dog. I sound horrible, really. I sound so bad that when I sit down to play, after about 15 minutes, I'm just like, oh my God, I just can't listen to another minute of that. I'm like that angriest guitar player guy. I'm like,
So I suppose the obvious question is, so
Angry
what possessed
grandpa?
the wall of guitars behind
Angry
you
grandpa.
to occur? Yes.
y'all have seen that angriest guitar player in the world video, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. That is exactly me.
Fantastic. So how come all the guitars then, Showman? If you're a self-professed terrible player,
Well, that's
what do you love? What do you love about it?
each time. These are only the ones I have now. So you have to realize that I started playing 3.5 years ago, and since then I've been buying and selling guitars. So I probably bought, I think I have 30 or so, because I have them on this wall here. You can't see it. But on the other wall, I don't know if you can see that. No, not really.
Yeah.
No, I've got 3 walls of guitars, but each one is just another new hope springing eternal.
We were talking earlier. Did you hear us talking earlier about having a talent pedal that you could turn on and then turn up, and then a boost talent.
Talent wood.
Talent wood, yes.
Talent wood.
Yeah.
The
Talent
talent
guitars.
Showman, if you're up for it, I offer free guitar lessons to anyone that thinks I could offer something to them.
Yeah.
So if you want to hit me up for a lesson, by all means, shoot me an email, brother.
I'll be glad to hit you up. I've got guys that have been to the Miami School of Music, and I've got guys that come over that play in bands. They're like 50, 60. They've been playing since they were 12.
Yeah.
And they're all of them just like, oh my God. And one guy actually said, he said, so what is it you want to achieve with this?
I want to rock.
That's
a harsh question, isn't it? Harsh.
Once, anything. I don't care. Just one riff.
Just keep in mind, don't expect much from a guitar hack.
It's in the title.
If you're 70, 71, 72 years old and you decide to take up guitar, I could have been smarter and, maybe when I was 20 or 30 or even 40, that would have been a good decision.
It's never too late, my friend. Never too late, my friend.
BV says the Shoman could not watch the video I posted of Pop playing earlier. Yeah, wow. It's good stuff.
I think it would be better if I didn't have a good ear and didn't have a sense of rhythm, but if you got both those and you still can't hit it,
it just makes it more frustrating.
That's just torture. It's just horrible. I listen to myself and I think, oh my God. I'll play with you. Oh, I know one I wanted to mention. Riff Station. Have you guys ever used that?
I know of it. I haven't tried it myself.
It's a great little free app. It's now owned by Fender, but it's called RIFF Station. So you can download that free, drag and drop MP3s in it, and use it to play along to. And what's good about it for learning is it shows you the name of the chord as in, C, A minor, blah, blah, blah. But then it also shows you the, the fingering while you're listening, and so you can watch it. It says C, It makes it pretty easy.
Yeah.
Brian Stewart says, you're not alone, Shoman. Promise.
Oh, my God.
So since Dave Byron's name came up, I just wanted to tell, for those of you who don't know, Dave Byron just put up another challenge. This time it's like a jazz challenge. If anybody is out there wants to participate in that, please do post it, and let's have some fun with that. Absolutely, those challenges are fantastic.
I'll participate. I'll participate in it.
I mean, I'm almost as good at jazz.
There we go. I'm doing jazz.
The jazz hands?
Yeah. The jazz hands. There, I've done the challenge.
They got to be on the guitar, though. That's the problem.
We got Sela in the chat here. He's looking at a couple of guitars and wants opinions on them. So I will say, if you're going to vote in the chat, just say the first guitar or the second guitar. So type in a 1 or a 2. So the first one is a Floyd Rose equipped 1992 Strat. That's a nice guitar. I really dig it.
Okay.
And the other guitar is... I'll go this way. Try to make it as big as possible. A Music Man Silhouette.
Okay.
So that's coming through okay. There we go. Personally, I dig the Strat. I know I just said that. I dig the Strat. Although I like the idea of volume not further away of Music Man.
Can we see the silhouette, Ben? Have you got the photo there?
Yeah. I don't know how well it's going to come through here. Let me I'll present myself.
It looks like a red one.
Present. There we go. And I don't know how well that's coming through. Oh, wait. Let's get it more on screen. There we go. Angle. Oh, if it'll focus. Come on.
Sorry about that. Just feeding the hordes.
Come on. Feed the hordes. All right, once more here. I'll go really close. Oh, yeah, that'll work. And then pan back. We're trying.
To me, it would be 1 because I know there'd be probably a higher resale value. But when you're talking €1,000, if you actually really want flexibility, I'd say Harley Benton's. Grab a few Harley Bentons.
Yeah.
What, 5 Harley Bentons or $1,000 guitar?
You can get one of these
well,
or 5 of these.
Yes.
there
one of those
is
or 5
quite-
of those.
there as Henning Paulus showed off and some others, especially if you're in Europe, there are definitely a lot of companies out there that you can get, you know, decent guitars for like under €1,000. Some really nice looking guitars.
Yeah, and if you get into that sort of, if you're going in for that sort of £200-300, then you've got plenty of opportunity to upgrade things on them, haven't you?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I did that. I've got a second-hand Chapman that I bought for £200. You know, that I put some Sir pickups and a Thornbucker in it, and it's great. You know, it's a great playing guitar. I like it a lot. Makes good noise.
So, hang on, Ben, are we choosing between those 2 specific guitars?
By the looks of things, yes.
Okay, so my 2 cents, if these resale aside, if you're looking at a better instrument, I would take Ernie Ball hands down. That'd be my number 1.
Right.
Ernie Ball makes amazing instruments. They're fantastic instruments.
True. Yeah.
But so that's what you got to look at is I would try them. Also, I noticed they're both an HSS configuration. Does either one of them have coil tap as well?
Yeah, see, like you could get one of those new Harley Benton Fusions that are about €300 or €400, and those are some beautiful looking guitars and play amazingly.
Yeah. I'd say, you know, try each one if you can. And
yeah.
See how it feels in the hand.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a good webcam, Jeff. It's my internet provider. That's why it's pixelated and such. The Guitar Pit was nice enough to send me this Logitech webcam, which is amazing. That's the weak link.
Yeah. Bandwidth.
It's Canadian internet.
Yeah. Or lack thereof.
Yeah, it really is. Like in the case where Ben is, it is a lack of higher speed internet, whereas like where Guitar Hack and me, there is higher speed out there.
Are you on a satellite link, Ben, or is it are you on a hardwire?
Oh, I'm on a hardwired connection.
Wow, that should be better than that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's time of day, and yeah, like I noticed last night was a little bit clearer because I think less people were, you know, online in the neighborhood.
Wow.
Tell your neighbors to stop looking at porn.
Or playing Call of Duty. Get off.
Yeah.
Well, it's unfortunately
ordered a new Gibson Les Paul Jr. for $800 US in blue.
Nice.
Now we're talking.
What do you got?
Home territory.
I was going to mention that right now a lot of the big duopoly or whatever, they basically are not willing to put in fiber optic or cable and upgrade a lot more of the more remote areas like where Ben is. And so, unfortunately, people like Ben and a few others out there, they're getting the short end of the stick and getting like old technology, whereas you see like Guitar Hack and me, you know, we have actually access to like fiber and cable, so we can get like in my case, I'm running
literally a mile from my house.
Yeah.
Well,
so in my case, sorry, go ahead.
No, here's the thing. Okay, now this is totally sidetracked, but even though they advertise, you know, the big providers that they're providing fiber, keep in mind that the last mile is still a coaxial cable if it's Rogers. If it's Bell, the last mile is still going to be a category 3 at best cable. So it's not fiber to the house. If you have fiber to your home, man, you can do. There's nothing you can do that will put any tax on that cable. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah,
but
I know.
If they're just doing fiber out there and you're running the last mile to your home, it's still cable. You're only going to be as good as your weakest link.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to guitars.
Guitar we have a question for you. Have you tried the new Gibson Double Cut Les Paul Jr.?
Yes, I have. And I'll tell you, it's a fantastic instrument. You got one P90 on that thing. It's stripped down. There's no binding. There's none of that. But it is still a Gibson. And they sound, the one I played a cherry one. And it was a nice, even the paint on it was nice because you could still see the grain of the wood, right? And, you know, if you're not looking, if you're okay with a single P90 and you like that tone, and it's basically a rock and roll machine, that thing that I played was absolutely phenomenal. So good that when I went back a week later, that one was gone, and they're hard to get. They're hard to get. They sell them. You can get them in black. You can get them in blue. You can get them in brown. You can get them in the red. I prefer the red. I think the red looks the best. But there you go. They're great instruments. Great instruments.
That's what he just said. I tried it too, and it's really awesome for the cash burn, Stuart says.
Yes, very good for the money. And P90s, I can't say enough about P90s. Noisy as hell, but they sound great.
Just going back to Terry's point about Harley Benton, that's a Harley Benton Fusion guitar. So
Yeah.
Wow.
250 quid. Look at that. Man alive.
Very nice.
It's only be a veneer, but you know, that looks a pretty cool looking guitar, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes.
I feel, yeah.
ChinaGuitar just did it was a PRS style.
Yeah,
Harley
that's
Benton.
right. Yeah.
And that thing looked great and sounded damn good. So they're doing something right.
Doing a lot of things right. That one that I showed you was 260 quid.
Coming over to the dark side, move to America. I love Canada too much.
Yeah, just to
we got a super player that just showed up in the chat. Good friend of mine, Steve McFall, or Lufus Evets. Because he speaks backwards and stuff. Steve's a great player, good friend for a number of years. He's got some great gear as well.
just to give people an idea, like still an idea, like here we go, like a Harley Benton Fusion 2, and this is flame natural top, roasted maple, roasted fingerboard. Oh, I don't know why it's doing that. There, now it's loading properly. So, roasted maple neck, and of course it's being crappy with these images, even though I got fast internet. Well, there's the one view.
Nice.
Another one. And so that guitar in itself is €335.
That's crazy.
Under £300.
Yeah.
Now,
So,
Terry,
I mean, yeah.
you may know this. What's the deal with getting those guitars, a Harley Benton's, in Canada? Because I know, I mean, we don't have a Tolman. There's really no dealer here.
No, there is only one dealer for them, Hack. Like, you can only get them from Tolman. It's their house brand.
Right.
Oh, is that right, eh?
Yeah, so it's only direct order from Germany.
So you're looking at, even though the guitars are inexpensive, the shipping will probably kill you.
Who had one shipped to them?
Not to mention the duties, too. Not to mention the duties, because, you know, our government needs some of that money.
Well, yeah, they need their piece.
Somebody just had one shipped to them, didn't they? Who was I watching, and they'd had one shipped to them, and it was, yeah, it was a kind of another. Who, I can't remember who it was, but it was a kind of another kind of £100 on top kind of thing.
Wow,
£100 on top.
Oh, here we go.
Well, I know
Giving
just
some shipping rate.
the exchange rate's going to put it up over 400 US.
Yeah, looks like it's only about $35 US to ship. So I imagine it wouldn't be a 60 Canadian, 75 maybe.
Ship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, what would the duties be, though? That's the other thing.
Not much. Not much. $20.
They must be a proportion of what the guitar's worth, are they?
Yeah.
Unless it's a flat fee, but
Because our duties are funny. It's like, you know, sometimes they decide to put it on there, and sometimes they don't.
Yeah, that's
depending.
True.
It's a lottery.
Yeah, for the amount of stuff I've had shipped to me, I've only ever paid duty once, and that was on my pedal board.
Yeah, exactly.
Which was used. That's the funny part, and it was a gift.
Yeah. Well, you know, I sent. I'm just going off the radar here a little bit, but I sent my Wampler Pinnacle Deluxe for repair. So I sent it, and I don't work for Wampler.
TC.
I will. Their customer services. I work for TC, but but the Wampler customer service is fantastic. I sent it. I emailed them. I sent the pedal down. They repaired it and they sent it back. And it was my pedal I bought here, and they still wanted me to give them like $4 or something for duty. I'm like, really? It's my pedal, man. Anyways, no, sorry, they wanted more money, and I got to reduce to $4.
So Will says shipping from Europe, it's a flat fee for guitars under $1,000. But I would assume that's for in the U.S., so it'd be different for Canada.
Why?
Shipping to a different company.
It's not further away, is it?
Yeah, it's pretty much a lateral move.
Yeah.
Our Prime Minister needs money to feed his unicorns. Did I say that out loud?
Justin Trudeau.
Yeah, he's got to feed his unicorn.
Just the one. That's why they're extinct.
Yeah, Casper
one of them.
pedal on the channel here. He won the last contest, and he got hit with an import tax on the pedal he won.
Yeah, I got hit with the import tax. I don't know if some of you saw on my Facebook page. I bought a Ariel Posen single.
Yeah,
which basically was a unique single. Basically, he recorded it loads of times with a personal message to me. It starts off with a personal message saying, "Hi Simon, hope you're well. Thanks for picking up one of these singles." And then he plays it just on his own with the thing. And so anyway, I ordered this thing. I thought that sounds like fun. I think it was like $20 or something. You know, it was a proper cut direct to record thing. So anyway, I'd ordered it about 2 months in advance. So I go off, and one day my postman Simon says, "Oh, you've got something down the post office. You've got to go and pay money on it." I'm like, really? What's that? Don't know. So I went down and got it, and it was like £13. It was like pretty much the price of the single again in VAT and import. I had to pay some import duties. I was like, really? Yes. I'm still glad I went and got it, but yes, it did cost me another. Getting on for $20 to get it out of hock at the post office.
So guitar hack. I don't know if you can see this. So here's what this one is: Harley Benton Fusion HH with the charcoal. The price Canadian is $379 Canadian plus 75 Canadian shipping. That shipping in itself, you can actually add 2 other guitars without shipping going up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then you're paying $379 plus 75. Then you're paying duty and taxes on the.
You're looking at $500.
Yeah, 500 Canadian.
Yeah.
to
But
answer your statement there, Brian Stewart in the chat, we could get into trade stuff, but we purposely weaken our Canadian dollar on a global level to increase exports to other countries. If we didn't do that, we'd be on par. But we don't, because we like to sell lots of wood and natural resources at rock bottom prices.
So Simon, what you need to
oil at $17 a barrel. So
Simon, you need to go. You need to give your customs there in England. You need to give them another set of dice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they roll a lower
yeah.
number next time.
Less sixes on it. Yes.
Yeah. It only has ones on half of it.
Yeah. Leave me alone.
Shipments USA have an American friend do a meet and greet. Yeah.
Yeah, Randall Fisher, again, the shipping, it's probably about 42. Fluctuates between, I think, about 36 and 45 US for shipping from Thomann.
You see, whereas mine in Europe, it's a similar one. I've got the emerald green one, Terry, but which is £222.96, including VAT and shipping.
Yeah.
So I get it for 220 quid, that's a bargain.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. People in Europe that have access to
If Terry's got a new job, Pepper is now working for TC, and Terry's working for Thomann.
Here's the green one I was talking about. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Simon, that poses the question: why wouldn't you just go for a nice drive and pick it up?
I might do. It's in the next May. I'm going on another of those guitar holidays I went on. Going to Italy again for a week.
Beautiful.
Play guitars with
Nice.
Ariel Posen and a blues guitarist called Matt Schofield. You come across him?
Sounds
Beautiful.
familiar.
Yeah.
I remember your trip this year. You looked like you had such a grin on your face anytime you do a selfie, and then dropping the. So this is what I'm playing on tonight, and it was the 65 Strat or something like that.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, 65, fantastic, and a 68 SG as well, Brown SG.
Yeah.
But, I tell you what, talking of peppers here, the chance to AB a 66 Strat against my 1988 Japanese one, just to see what it's like. I know what that guitar is, my own guitar. Back, complete, and just to go and play the two through the same amplifier, same things, and go, all right, there's going to be a difference. What is it? That was really fun. Actually, that was really good to be able to do that. The fun bit that was. Sadly, I didn't video it, which well, I have got some video of other people playing it, but not me. But yeah, it was it was a great.
You're having a delay on the video. The audio's behind, I'm guessing.
I could not tell you. I'm having enough audio issues with my own thing.
Fair enough. I see Todd's request if we could cut down on the political chat in the chat. We'll just all, no race, religion, or politics. Let's just talk guitars and get along.
I agree.
Yeah,
I'll shut up.
Joyce's Japanese guitars. I looked at Steve's comment earlier. He says his gear is better than him, and well, he's got some good gear. He's a good player, but he's got some really awesome gear too.
Yeah, Peppers, lay off your Prime Minister and his unicorns. How could you?
Yeah.
Okay, my sister said she's getting a bit of a delay too.
I didn't notice a whole lot when I just activated the stream in my web browser. But yeah, in regards to the political stuff, yeah, it's just best for business, so to speak, if we just keep like the political stuff.
That's a good way to find out. It's a dumb reason to lose friendships. And I'm just saying, and that's nothing for the YouTube community. That's in my day-to-day life. Like, when friends get very political in social media, it's just like, ugh.
I apologize. I'll stop.
Yeah, stop that with the unicorns.
Stop
unicorn
smoking
talk.
your cigar.
Yeah. Stop pointing at that cigar at us as well.
Oh, no. Religion is also a big no-no.
Oh,
No.
Oh, I'm not going
That's
there.
worse. That's worse than politics.
Yeah, and it's as simple as people can't tell necessarily if you're sarcastic the way you word certain things in text format, so things can get lost.
Yeah,
you lose a lot in typing, can't you? Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't type it. Oh, Metal Stage O. You can go on his stage. You can go on their show. Talk about what you like. There we are. Unicorns, whatever you like.
Yeah, especially when you do the word association with them. Oh,
We don't know that guy.
Well, Sela,
Take care, Sheila.
take care. Hopefully, we gave you a little bit more kind of help, even though you probably are set on those two guitars. But again, I would definitely check out, Tolman for other options.
yeah, they were talking about that a bit in the chat, but he found if he bought, say, a Harley Benton, then he'd be putting a bunch of money into upgrading it. So it's kind of a lateral move.
Not with those fusions.
No,
Those
Yeah.
no, they're
Tier.
I was just saying between the two that were shown, I would definitely go Ernie Ball.
Yeah, there is nothing wrong with an Ernie Ball either.
Yeah.
It's different things, isn't it? If you're comparing a Harley Benton to Ernie Ball, there is no comparison. It's two completely different things. You're going a different route to that. I think I'll go with Ben. I think you said it about if you buy an Ernie Ball, you're assured of a reasonable,
Right. If
keeps
you're
its
selling the
value.
Ernie, yeah, that's the problem with Ernie Ball. Unfortunately, is they don't maintain their value.
Yeah,
Right?
their resell's not great.
The resale
Is it not great?
is not good. But that's not a knock against the quality of the Ernie Ball instruments because they are absolutely phenomenal instruments. I would put them on par with the Sur.
they're up there.
No,
I don't know
right.
if they're quite Sir quality, but then again, the American Ernie Ball stuff is pretty damn nice. So,
Oh, it's
thoughts on
pricey.
Sterling? What's up, Doc? Says I like the Sterling stuff as an affordable line from Music Man. Or
Yeah.
Ernie Ball.
Yeah. Some of the the Sterling stuff can be good. It's like Gibson and Epiphone, right?
And the other thing to look at is they're all good for the price point, right? Like, there's nothing there where you're paying $1,000 and getting a $200 guitar these days.
No, that's true. No.
Blank palette. Anyone use a Sophia Trem? Fairly new on the market. I haven't had a chance to try one myself. I'm curious though. I'd like to try it. I think Brian, you might be mixing up Sir guitars with Friedman guitars.
With Friedman, yeah.
Beat the crap out of the guitars. Well, that'd be Friedman.
Yeah. I was saying earlier, I played a couple of Friedmans today, and they sounded unbelievably good.
Yeah.
Just
Well, the
fantastic.
guitars, Pepper. Do you play the guitars? Did you?
I played a couple of. For the first time earlier today, I played a couple of Friedmans, and they were unbelievably good. Yes.
Oh, right. So worth the
You
money.
get what you pay for, right?
Yeah.
Here's a question for the panel.
Yeah.
My sister asked, anybody ever had something break while trying it out in the store? Simon, you seem eager to answer this.
I've never broken anything in a store.
I have.
don't know. Have you really?
Yeah, I've broken
Fortunate
springs.
not to.
Did you have to buy it?
No. No. Fortunately, because most of the guitars I play in stores are at Arden's, I go, snapped a string. I suggest you restring all of them.
Yeah. Oh, snapping the string, I've done that. I thought like broken, like a headstock or something.
I remember trying out a pedal that we didn't know was apparently DOA when they got it, and I was the first person to try it in the store, and I'm like, sucker's not working.
I've been trying out this guitar.
Have you
Now
ever
it's a
broken
travel
anything in
guitar.
a store? Showman?
You hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. Have you ever broken anything in a store?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Fair enough.
Gotta have a shower.
Terry?
I'm trying to figure out why there's so much lag here.
Yeah, it is a little odd.
I'm actually
Let's see
actually
here.
right now.
We got Brian
Lag.
Cote again. Good to see you, Brian.
Brian.
Brian?
Hey, Brian.
Guitar companies out there that still manufacture their own pickups? Yes. Off the top of my head, Fender does their own.
Yeah.
Of course, as a result, does their own. Friedman does their own. Sir does
Gibson.
their own.
No, actually, no. Maybe not with Gibson.
Gibson does their own. Sure they do.
Where are the Friedman made or being made?
I'm pretty sure.
Grover Jackson makes Freeman, doesn't
Yeah, Grover Jackson builds the guitars. I don't know if they have their pickups maybe made by Seymour Duncan or something like that, but I consider them almost in-house, other than the actual winding. They design them and everything.
I mean, is that in-house like in the USA or in-house like overseas? Or
I think in-house as just within the company. It's like the only one I know off the top of my head is I know Fender does their own stuff in-house because they have pickup places in the US, Mexico, and somewhere in Asia as well.
Yeah, the only reason why I mentioned Gibson is because I think the low-end Gibsons are not Gibson-produced pickups in them.
Yeah,
I think they're third-party.
Yeah. Whereas it used to be the great thing when Gibson would run short on pickups in the 90s, more running out of pickups in the Epiphone line, they used to ship over Gibson pickups for them to use in the Epiphones. So if you're one of the lucky folks, you have your Epiphone Les Paul, you pop out the pickups, and they say Gibson USA on the back.
Yeah, and people wondered why the Epiphone sounded so great.
Yeah. And we got Jason Wade joining us. And BV asked Simon, did you see Chris, I assume Chris Buck, playing the 63 Blue Strat?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, beautiful guitar.
7,000 pounds.
Beautiful player. Only 70 grand.
Yeah, only.
Yep.
I'll be right back, guys.
Oh, I just realized another one. If Seal does replay and watch this back, he could also go for one of the brand new Fender Player Series.
Yeah. True. Will says, I had a salesman at Guitar Center drop a NAMM Strat, chip the bottom. It was $5.99. He got it for $2.99. Nice.
Yeah. Well done.
And free relic.
Yeah, it's relic.
Didn't have to
Extra
drop it
charge.
yourself either. Yes. Yeah, it's relic. It went up to $7.99. Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
I played
Come on.
a heavily relic Telecaster today, made in Mexico, Fender, and they were selling it for a little over $1,000. It's a Telecaster, and there was absolutely nothing on the neck finish-wise. Not a satin finish, not a gun oil finish, no finish, bare wood. Wow. And it actually felt kind of cool, to be honest with you.
I have a bare neck on my
and the body was beat up. And pardon me?
I have the neck on my signature guitar is a bare neck. It just has a little bit of stain on it. That's it.
Yeah, this had nothing. I'm bare wood.
Yeah. Yeah, and the only reason you put a little stain on it is because it was almost white. It was so bright. So, you know, but other than that, yeah, there's no oil, no paint of any kind, no sealer.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, actually, you know?
Yeah. Let's see. Brian Stewart says, I just uploaded a review of a pedal you can't buy in case you're interested. I am. I'm always interested in pedals, Brian. Come on. It's me. It's me you're talking to.
That's very useful, Brian. Thanks for that.
Sounds great, but you can't buy it.
And Blank Palette also mentions Kiesel makes their own pickups. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, I don't know who makes Dave Freeman's pickups. I know they.
All right. And I think I'm going to probably wrap things up soon. We've been going over 2 hours already.
Oh, my God.
So I'm going to finish off with another question from my sister. She says, when it comes to buying strings, is it you get what you pay for or some strings just expensive because of the name? Yes. I would say, like, just off the top of my head, like, you know, there's a group of your nickel wound strings that are around the same price point, give or take a couple of bucks. Some of the import brands, like say a Roto Sound in Canada, is going to cost $1 or $2 more a pack than, say, a pack of D'Addario or Ernie Balls. And then you get into the coated strings, like the elixirs and stuff. So there's more manufacturing involved, so they will be more expensive. Have you guys found a string that was either really cheap that lasted well, like a more expensive string, or vice versa? You bought a pack of strings And you thought, man, these things should be priced half of what they're charging. Ooh, heavy question.
I've never done much experimentation with strings. I've always bought D'Addario XLs, and that's what I use.
Okay.
And I've used them for eons, and they seem to be absolutely fine. They don't break. They seem to keep their luster, and keep their sound, and I don't have to change them massive amounts. I don't have very sweaty hands, which is a good idea. I don't rot them away, and actually they seem to work fine. I've had Ernie balls in the past, and not noticed really much difference between the two. I've got no feeling in my hands. I've got no idea.
I buy Ernie balls just because they're the least expensive I can find. I buy them off of eBay. I pay generally about $3.52 a pack.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not eBay. I mean Reverb. But and you can find them on Musician's Friend. I think is where I buy the most frequently, as far as from a regular distributor.
Okay.
I mean, of course, I'm not gigging out 5 nights a week either, like some of you guys are. But
Right.
The
only strings that I pay a little bit more for, and I think it's worth it, are the NYXLs, the D'Addarios.
Right.
In my experience anyway, they seem to keep their sound longer. Right?
Yep.
Like, yeah, they hold their tone, and I actually do find a difference in an NYXL set compared to a regular set. So that, because I mean, there's the Paradigm, Ernie Ball Paradigm strings that you can't break, and you pay a lot more for that. But I wouldn't bother with that. That's just me. But I find the NYXLs, I think those are worth the money. And they're basically twice the price of a regular set.
Right on. And before Terry answers, I want to say hi to Dave Nesdall in the chat. Good to see you,
Dave. How are you, man?
Hey, Dave.
So, Terry, you got a favorite string or something overpriced, underpriced?
String-wise?
Yeah.
I got the sound here in my ear, so it's driving me a little off. In regards to strings, basically, I am a Fender Silver Bullet for probably most Fenders. If I don't throw Ernie balls on, I'm very much in the Ernie ball camp with the regular Slinkies, or the Slinky series, the Cobalt series, the Jazzmaster. I actually put on my first set of skinny top, heavy bottoms.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been an interesting playing experience.
Very nice.
So beyond that, even that set of EMGs that I got given by Solo Music, I'm even kind of
Right. BV mentions Gabriel Tenorio strings are worth the price. I'm not familiar with them.
No.
Neither.
And he also mentions Kurt Manigan strings. See, BB uses the boutique pedals, boutique strings, apparently.
I wonder if BV knows about those German strings that Blackjack got at one point in time. Blackjack got a set of strings, I think it was almost a year ago. It was $25 or $30 US for a pack. And they're made from gold.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Hello, Dave Nesdall. How you doing? Hope you're good.
Yeah, I find I prefer Ernie balls. When I couldn't get them, I was using D'Addarios for a while. But I found, and I've talked about it on shows before, where if the Ernie ball for my tone is a 10 out of 10, the D'Addarios are only a 9 out of 10. But the D'Addarios seem to last longer before starting to go stale than the Ernie balls. So it was sort of a tortoise and the hare thing. Depending on, like, if I got to play back-to-back gigs and there are 4 sets each night, I'll put D'Addarios on the guitar because I know they're going to last through 8 sets. Whereas if I'm only playing for one night, I'm going to restring, I'll throw Ernie balls on. because they're going to sound that little bit better.
Yeah,
Oh, you
like
restring
me
a
is.
lot?
Sorry, go ahead. GH.
No, I was gonna say, like, do you restring for every gig, Ben?
Yeah. And the reason
Wow.
being is because I only play often enough that by the time I'm due for another gig, I'm due for a string change.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm only gigging twice a month even, and I don't get more than a week out of my strings before they start to fade out.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I
BB,
know the difference after one night of playing. Like, even 2 hours, 2 hours playing time, just because I like, I really want that twang, especially on my tellies. And that twang,
Oh, okay.
you just a little bit, it's sort of like rolling the tone off just half a bit, like to 9.5, just that little bit. And then you forget,
like
you get used to it, playing with deader strings, and all of a sudden you restring the guitar and you're like, hello, it's a new guitar again.
Yeah.
to continue on with what I was saying and answer what BV said in the chat here, I think that is the brand Optima, BV.
Right.
And in regards to like myself, I'm a casual home player. I have my moments when I play guitar a lot, or I hardly play at all. So in the case of like a set of Ernie Ball Slinky Cobalts, I can have a set of those on a guitar last me like a year before I need to change them.
Right.
Plus, I also don't have very corrosive hands. A set of regular non-Ernie Ball, non-Cobalts, they can last me 4 to 5 months.
Yeah.
Again, that's another big thing too, is the string makeup combined with your own chemistry makeup in your hands and your body are a very big factor into
huge
how long
factor.
your strings last. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I have a lot of different instruments. I'd say 6 months, maybe a year. It's a set of strings will last me.
Yeah. I find too with the amount of humidity, especially in the warmer months, that just the guitar sitting out, the strings will corrode, just that much more quickly. So it's always fresh set of strings for, especially if it's a month between gigs. I'll throw fresh strings on the number one. Backup guitar, I don't care as much.
BV Ninja has also followed up in saying he is aware of them. He said Brian May uses them, and they're handmade in Germany. 24 karat gold Optima strings.
Wow.
Right. And we got Janice joining in. She says she hasn't changed strings since 2014, and they still sound good. Wow.
Hey,
She
Janice.
definitely doesn't have corrosive hands, does she?
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if I forget to change strings prior to a show, whatever guitar is going to be my number one that night is whatever has the freshest strings on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Brian started saying, wash your hands before you play, wipe your strings down after. I wash my hands before. What I do, I'll load in at a gig, wash my hands, but that'll give them a couple hours to be fully dry, because I find if there's too much moisture in my fingers, you just blow off the calluses. I definitely always wipe down my entire guitar after I'm done playing, because it's usually turns into a satin finish by the end of a show. I'm sweating all over.
Yeah.
That's the worst too, when you have calluses build up and you lose them. Like in the case, I have to do the dishes around here because my mom can't do them. And so like if I do a lot of dishes and I come back and I hit one of my guitars with like the super slinkies that have the 9, I remember the one time I hadn't touched a guitar in almost a month and I hit that lower E, that low high E string, that 9, and I was like in so much pain, and I could see like little lines carved into my fingertips, and I was like, ugh.
Yeah. If you want, you can borrow my Strat. It's got 8s on it.
8s. I've never tried 8s.
You can bend them.
To see. Never tried them.
Rich can't try 8s.
Gabriel Tenorio strings, handmade in California. Josh Smith uses them. Gabriel was kind enough to send me some. Nice.
That's the inherent problem, though. It's just like with guitar pickups, guitars, and everything else. There's too many makers out there of them. That's the biggest problem.
Yeah. Yeah, variety is the spice of life, and life's getting
String
pretty
Joy
spicy.
is another one that I've signed up for, and they've advertised a lot. They have a simulated Hendrix set. I haven't checked them out at all, but I mean, like, it's just like shavers. The $1 a day shaver men's club and Gillette and everything else. It's like,
I think one of the reasons I go through strings so quickly too is because I do a lot of excessive pick slides.
Yeah.
A lot.
Oh, well,
you'd figure
20
you'd
to
go through
30 a night.
turns, though.
I try to do pick slides, but I use Dava picks, so it doesn't quite work out.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. And I'm trying to do them with a 1 mil pick. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to imagine if it would be like this for
Guitar Hack got his heater in the lounge on. He looks like he's freezing.
I'm fine. It's actually pretty warm in here. I'm in the Arctic Circle, by the way.
And Brian Stewart says there's no such thing as excessive pick slides. I like your attitude, Brian.
yeah.
I've got my hair on.
Too many.
Nice.
Oh, beer, Big Mac, large soda, root beer, large fries.
Steve says my first electric was strung with acoustic strings. Yeah. Richie recorded a song. A guy had strung up a Les Paul with brass strings.
Really?
What a unique tone.
That would be unique.
Yeah. Very warm sounding.
Yeah. Sounds very strange.
Well, we've hit 2.5 hours, so I think I'm going to wrap things up here. I want to get some parting words. First with Terry, while he still has a working microphone. Do you have anything to add to it?
Test. Does it work?
Yep.
Yep.
Last words again. Hope everyone's having a great holidays. Again, folks, remember the guitar community is all of YouTube, not one single entity or one single set of group of people. It's everyone. There's all kinds of channels out there. Go out and explore. Go out and support. Again, keep with the positivity. Keep with the positivity and help the people that are doing positive things for the community.
I like it. So stay positive and grow the community. I like it. Simon, reporting in from overseas.
I just want to say thanks for inviting me. It's been great fun. I've enjoyed myself a lot.
Always
Thanks
a
everyone in
pleasure,
the chat.
my friend.
Always really cool to see people. It's very nice. So thanks very much, and have a lovely Christmas, everyone. Hope it.
You too.
Hope it's really cool. Yeah.
Awesome. Showman, any parting words, good sir?
Merry Christmas and have a great holiday season. Enjoy it. I'm sure I'll see a lot of you on, other channels. So
Here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. How about you, Hack?
Well, most importantly, everybody have a fantastic Christmas and a great New Year from the Arctic. And I've got a
Christmas.
yeah. I got a live stream coming up Thursday at 7:00, and I have my first premiere ever happening at 9:15 p.m. on Thursday. It's the Guitar Hack Family Christmas Special. Hope you all enjoy that.
Awesome.
And next week I don't know what I'm doing. I honestly don't know because it's Christmas week, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'll see you all in the chat. Have a fantastic Christmas and a happy New Year. And Ben, thanks for letting me bump myself into this.
Always a pleasure, buddy. Always a pleasure. I want to thank you four guys for joining me today. It's been awesome considering I had no real agenda for what I was going to do today for a hangout. So thanks one and all. And I hope you all have a great holiday, Christmas. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, then celebrate time with family and friends. New Year's is just around the corner. Be safe for New Year's. There's a lot of crazies out there for that. I want to thank everybody watching at home, either live or on replay, and all the folks in the chat. You guys had some great topics today. That was awesome. Now we got Steve McFall yelling at the player. Slayer. You post a video, Steve, of playing some Slayer, and I'll send thrash metal over to you because he loves that stuff.
Yes. There's an enclave of Slayer now, is there?
Yeah.
We want Slayer.
Videos, pre-recorded videos every day for the rest of the month. We'll see how long that goes into 2019. There will be a small show announcement I'll put up likely either tonight or tomorrow saying when the Canucks with Guitar show will be on this week, because we know it's not Thursday at 8. That much I know. Beyond that, no idea. I'll probably do some kind of a hangout on Sunday, but nothing Monday because it's Christmas Eve. And then next week, Canucks with Guitars, it's a Boxing Day special.
Wow.
Boxing Day.
Oh, it'll be, yes, even though it's on the 27th, but we figured since Rich got a Vox, I got a Vox now, it'll be a Boxing Day event.
Welcome to the Boxing Day.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything must go.
As I always say, hold those doors open. Let that guy in ahead of you in traffic. Do good things, and good things will happen to you. Keep it positive and be good to each other, folks. Cheers and happy holidays.
Yeah.
Cheers, everybody.